What's going on, jerk faces? Happy 4th of July Independence Day, where we celebrate the day where we told King George to go fuck himself. Goddamn redcoats.
Damn right. Damn right.
Obviously, you see us regaled in our patriotic themes. So we got some red, white, and blue stuff. I got, I'm baseballed up. I got NASCAR in the background, as always. We got
the
King
most
of beers.
American sports.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Yeah, in various red, white, and blue regalia. So we're decked out. So on today's, obviously, we see a full slate of guests.
All right, full complement here. We got a full complement.
So as always, our faithful Andy.
What up?
We have a couple of returning guests. We got Luis. What's going on, Luis?
What's going on?
We have Lane's Lair back a long time. We're glad to have him back.
Glad to be back.
Right.
We have a couple of new guests. We got Alex.
What's up?
And we got Val.
How you guys doing?
And of course, you have your faithful host, me. The prettiest face in the room.
Always.
And so this is our 4th of July episode. We're just gonna have a fun conversation, but we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do a blind beer taste test. So for you beer snobs out there, I don't know if we have anybody at this table who's a beer snob who thinks that Budweiser tastes like rusty tap water, and I only drink like the finest of craft beers. I do have some friends that are like that.
Terrible. Terrible, Robert.
But I think that all of us at this table, we like beer. We enjoy beer. It's all good.
I like it a lot.
I love beer.
But as Luis was pointing out, and something I've been challenging myself this year, is like it's kind of hard for you kind of get locked into a beer that you really like. And it's like I don't really want to venture out and try new stuff. Yeah. Well, I've challenged myself this year to go out and try different stuff.
Right.
And it's kind of hard. Like you look, it's like, oh man, it's so tempting. Like, cause me, Rolling Rock that's the one I always tend to gravitate towards. Yeah. And it's like, it's really hard. It's like, I want to try something new. And it's like, fuck it, I'll just grab more Rolling Rock, whatever. So I think maybe this will help broaden our beer horizons by doing a blind taste test. We're not, based off of labels or any sort of thing. We're just going based off of taste and see and maybe we'll be surprising ourselves and you at home, about different beers that we find enjoyable. And question for you fans out there, what type of beers do you enjoy? Do you recommend any for us? We'd love to hear what you guys like to drink at home. If you think that Budweiser tastes like rusty tap water, that's fine. You can yell at us. Or if you think Pabst, I might as well drink water.
No, that's Bud Light.
That's true.
You know what? Budweiser has a high alcohol volume, so I drink to that, all right?
Hey, I do not discriminate when it comes to Budweiser versus something like your Austrian beers like Hofbrau München or like Einstök, those type of beers. So let's get started. Why don't we, Andy? What have you been up to? Anything fun that you want to talk about real quick?
Not a whole lot. I just came back from a fishing trip with my dad. So that was fun. I think I mentioned it in a Nocturnal Transmissions episode. But it was a good time. I kept catching babies. My dad was the one that kept catching all the dinner plate size fish.
Nice.
So that was very emasculating. Because usually, I, at least in the past couple of years, I garnered a reputation, at least within my family, of being the one to catch all the big fish. And so now it's like a reversal, and I caught all the babies, and I was like, I don't want this crap, and I had to throw it back. And my dad was reeling in all the big monsters, and so. But it was still a good time. I enjoyed my time with my dad, and it was a good time.
All right, awesome. All right, Lanes, why don't you tell us about what you've been up to in the past, year and a half since we last? Well, obviously, if maybe you can't see it at home here, we have a new album out from Lane's Lair. Why don't you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, this album is different from the first album that I did. This is more of story type song, so it's really more like the singer-songwriter type. It's more acoustic based. I mean, there's still a band and everything, and there's blues and rock and stuff, and but it's a little bit different than the first album. The first album was more Definitely more hard rocking, and definitely more moodier than this one. But though, this still has a very melancholy type feel to it, because it's about relationships and life and just experiences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of it is personal, some of it is made up.
Yeah.
You can be the judge of that when you listen to the album, but it's just stories about life, songs about things and experiences that we just go through. So
yeah, because I got the album pretty much when it was done, and I've kind of listened to it through as it went through the process, and it's great. Obviously I helped kind of with one of your music videos from the first one.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. But yeah, listening to this is there was a lot of the songs on here that I think if anyone that goes through like relationship stuff that especially bad relationships, a lot of these songs I was like, yep, I'm right there. This speaks right to me.
Yeah, it's a journey basically, and it's almost, if you're going to look at it from like a whole perspective, it's almost like just somebody looking back on their life and looking back at the experiences that they've had. Maybe they would have made different choices, maybe not, but it's just kind of looking back and just analyzing your life in a sense. That's kind of how the songs are, story wise.
Yeah, no, it's a really great album. I highly recommend it. I think we pushed it a little bit on Nocturnal Transmissions too when it first came out. I was like, you guys got to listen to this. It's really good. Is there a particular song on the album that you think is like that people should that's the one that they should listen to?
I don't know. It really depends. If you're really into like the real storytelling type thing, there's a blues song on there called "Lovely Linda," which is about this girl Linda. There's a song called "Just in the Wind,"
that's my favorite.
that is a very personal song. It's about a friend of mine named Justin Smith that I knew back in high school, and he joined the military, and he used to write to a friend of mine letters. Mm-hmm. This was pre email or
pre-internet. Sorry to date yourself.
real letters. And then he stopped writing, and we haven't heard from him since. We have no idea what happened to him. So the song is kind of like talks about the silly, stupid things we did in high school, but the chorus of the song is like whatever happened to Justin Smith. Oh, okay. So there's that song. And then there's, again, like I said, there's just some relationship songs. If only, we all have if onlys in our lives.
We can all relate.
We can all relate to that.
Relate.
And just there's a couple of just again, like I said, just relationship songs. There's one song called "Between Us," which is probably the most positive song of the entire album. I'm thinking, man,
it's about time. I was about to slip my wrist.
Should I even put that song on there, man? Maybe it doesn't fit. But it's like I said, it's just a musical journey. Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah. Anything else on the horizon for Lane's Lair coming up? Any concerts or anything that we should know about?
No, I've started actually. Even while I was working on this, I've started fleshing out the next album. It's going to be called Emotional Released, or that's actually, it'll be ER, which means emotional release. I already have the album cover artwork done.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. For that. And all I have to do is write songs.
The packaging is really pretty.
The packaging is great, but there's nothing in it.
I mean, we'll put a link to your website in the description for this. So if you want to check it out and get the CD, then,
grab some CDs, grab some Lane's Lair merch. It's good stuff. You got some cool T-shirts, got some cool hats. You got a mug too, don't you?
No, not a mug yet, but we got a duffel bag.
Oh, that's right. It's the duffel bag.
Even better to carry all the heartache.
That's right. That mug was just not big enough.
Yeah. We'll go to another returning guest, Luis. What's going on with you, man? Why don't you tell everyone what you've been up to since you were last on?
Well, I did leave the continent. I did took a 10-day trip, South Africa. That was good. I mean, went solo.
Wow.
That was a 22-hour flight. That was my longest
Ooh,
flight ever.
Damn.
Yeah, so saw some animals and went on safari. Saw some sharks.
Wow.
Drank a lot of beer.
That's a given.
Yeah, saw some
Now,
landscapes.
knowing you, that's
yeah.
right on track.
Yeah, landscapes. Hiked a couple mountains.
Did you go to Kilimanjaro? Oh no, wait, that's not in South Africa.
I was like, wait, I thought about it, and I was like, no. So yeah, I hit a couple cities. Cape Town was one of them. Johannesburg was another. Another city called Pretoria,
Right.
Yeah.
if I'm pronouncing it
Yeah,
right.
South Africa has 3 capitals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then-
Johannesburg, Pretoria, and I forget the other one.
Johannesburg and Joburg.
Yeah,
And then there's another one.
Yeah.
What is it? The Cape? Hope. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. What do you like on that trip? What was the one thing that you enjoyed the
I
most?
think I enjoyed the safari. That was pretty
Nice.
cool.
Wow.
I saw the real Lion King.
You saw Mufasa?
The real Lion King. I enjoyed that. It was cool. I felt like a kid.
Did you see
yeah.
anybody walking a hyena in a leash? I've seen that on Instagram. I'm just asking.
Well, I didn't personally, but I mean, I'm sure. I mean, people have them as pets.
Yeah.
But
What's
yeah.
the vibe like? In that in the culture? Was there a lot? Is it a big culture difference, especially in the
Of
cities?
course, yeah. You definitely see a different culture, different types of foods, and then I do just eating everything because I'm very open-minded with everything, and
That we do know.
Besides with beer.
you gotta try definitely everything once. You gotta try
Yeah, you
everything
do,
once.
man.
Yeah,
You
you
got
do.
to.
I mean, you just gotta live little. That's what I tell Alex. Yeah, he's the youngest of the group.
Youngest but settled. Settled and happy.
That's good. I admire that. Very. But yeah, I mean, took the trip. I mean, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, I saw some of like the pictures you were posting up, and it looked like you were having a good time. It was cold there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the only thing I should have done my research
Right.
more.
Yeah,
it was
'cause-
winter.
Right, because it's
right.
below the equator. So
Yeah.
our summers in the
Yeah.
northern hemisphere is their winters.
It was winter,
what?
but
Yeah.
you know what? They have the freshest water because it's close to Antarctica. So the tap water, it's clean. So not that I drank water, I was drinking.
You're drinking a form of water.
I was drinking the beer most of the time.
If you're drinking local beer, it probably was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was nice.
There's some water in there.
You were telling me, like, speaking of beer, you were telling me, like, one of the big beers there is actually a Canadian beer.
A Canadian beer, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was
really?
surprised. As a matter of fact, that was the beer I was trying to look for at Bevmo. And I did not find
Was
it.
it- oh,
It's
okay.
called
They got Bevmo
Black
over there?
Label. No, here.
Oh.
Before, yeah.
I was like, oh damn,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
everywhere.
You know,
You never know.
yeah.
I asked him, it's not like Molson or something. Something like, or
No, it's
Labatt
pretty
Blue.
interesting because a buddy of mine, he went to Australia, and the stereotype is every Australian drinks Foster's, but actually Budweiser's the big favorite in Australia.
Oh,
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Damn, I'm gonna have a good time there.
No, it's awesome, Luis. Like, it's always kind of like, I know you were talking about that South Africa trip for a while, and
Yeah.
it looked like you had a great time, man.
I did book it actually 3 months ahead of time. Usually I do 6 months to 8 months
Right.
in advance, but this one's like kind of like a last minute because I needed to take a vacation and
It just kind of,
ASAP, and then
It's pretty
Nice.
cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, on to our new guest, Val. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, like what you do? If you want to just go off on some crazy shit, that's fine too.
Hey, I'm not all crazy, man, but I work at the post office with Robert and Luis and
Alex.
I didn't know Alex worked there, but apparently he does. But yeah, I've been working at the post office. I'm a bit of a workaholic, so
Yeah.
and I'm always trying to learn new things. I'm always reading up on the stock market. I'm always reading up on how I can invest my money and try. I want to be a millionaire.
That's
so
smart.
so I'm always learning. I'm always reading. I'm always adapting. I get bored easy. I get bored so easy. That's why I have so many things that I try to keep my mind on, and try to just keep moving. You know what I mean? Because if I stick to one thing, I get bored. I'm like, you know what? Like, screw this. I'm gonna go, do something else. So that's why, like, I like. I have a bunch of different hobbies that I like to, stay on track of, and always working too. Like that's another thing. I like to work. I love to work. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember was it about like a month or so ago? Yeah, because we were both working on a Sunday, and I had finished up, and we had some free time, and we ended up having like a 2-hour conversation that about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we had like a 2-hour conversation just on.
It wasn't over the phone, right?
No.
I was about to say.
Right, with curlers in your hair.
You think I'm gonna use my minutes on that? I'll just be
minutes.
No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
Hey, what kind of early 2000s phone plan you on, man? Still got them rollover minutes.
He's still on singular.
I only get unlimited after 7, man. But yeah, we had a cool conversation about like conspiracy, because I'm really into that, like conspiracies, aliens. I love all that stuff, man.
They confirmed it, right?
Huh?
The Navy, right? They confirmed it, right? They confirmed the UFOs, yeah.
Did they?
Yeah,
There's a lot of evidence out there.
Well, there is, man. There is.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell the story that you told me?
Oh, so all right. So when I got out of high school and I was working for UPS, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I was just thinking to myself, what should I do? Like career wise, everybody says go to college, do this, do that. But I was like, nah, I want to work. I want to make money,
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, I started looking into different, conspiracy things, because I had so much time on my mind, on my hands, So I literally was like, I had notebooks and notes of this connecting to that, and like Egypt, and the Sumerians, and the Anunnakis, and everything, like Planet Nibiru, like all that stuff. I went all the way back, and that stuff fascinates me. So I had notebooks on notebooks of just notes on what I was working on and what I was thinking of. And I told Robert, one day I'm at UPS, I get off, it's 3 a.m, and I get to my room, I get home, I get in my room, and I'm starting to take off my boots, and as I'm taking off my boots, my room just brightens up blue, like blue. The whole thing is just blue, like this color blue, like this one.
Were you under the influence?
No, I was not under the influence. I had just came off of work.
You didn't happen to take a little blue pill.
No, I did not.
Because there are reports of that causing people to have blue vision.
No, I didn't take anything. I was sober. I was just chilling in my room, taking off my boots. So my room goes blue, and you know how everything casts a shadow. Even if you put a light, directly on top, everything's gonna cast a shadow. I cannot see a single shadow in anything, and I was like, holy crap, So I run outside, and I look at my dogs, and they're both looking up at the sky. So I was like, oh crap. So I look up at the sky too, but I don't see anything. I go back in my room. Keep in mind, I got home at 3 o'clock. I got home at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I go inside, sit down on my bed. My alarm goes off at 6. It's like 6:15.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
So there's a time gap.
there's a time, and it freaked me out. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like,
So
what
it was
is
3
wrong?
hours later?
Yeah,
Or-
like
or
3
the-
hours later. I stepped outside
Uh-huh.
to see my dogs, come back in, sit on my bed, my alarm goes off, and it's 6:15. I was like, what the hell? And like, it freaked me out. I was like, oh shit,
Wow.
Yeah.
And after that, I kind of got a little paranoid,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, damn, like, what if I'm doing something, so I stopped that, and then I kind of like was still researching stuff, and then I'm on my way to work one day, and I'm looking at my phone, you know, because I was gonna put Pandora on or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen this and I've never heard of this, but I get static on my phone. Like it turned, like, you know how the old TVs, the TVs would be staticky and stuff.
Yeah.
My phone goes like that, and I looked at it and I was like, how the hell is that? Like, how's that possible? There's no radio waves going to it like that, you know?
Yeah.
So it turned to static, and after that, I was like, you know what? There's a camera on this. I'm freaking out. You know, I was like, they're
just trying to come up with some rationale, like, oh, no, that to explain everything.
But I couldn't, and it freaked me out. And after that, you know, I told my little sister. My little sister's like, dude, you better be careful, man. You know, she freaked me out even more. She's like, they may be coming for you. I was like, dude, that's not what I did. But yeah, after that, I kind of eased off of that. You know, I still look into it, and I still like.
You still like you researching?
No, I still research stuff.
You know, like
here
what
and
about
there.
all the lost time cases?
Yeah, and you know, and then like what's it called? I like looking at past civilizations, you know, because like I said, all that stuff fascinates me. You know, it's just so crazy how a lot of cultures and a lot of like ancestors of ours created so many, you know, like beautiful monuments that we're trying to, that we don't even have the technology to even replicate, you know, replicate it if with no machinery. You know, so it's kind of like, how is that possible? You know, there's this guy in Florida, I believe. He built his own. I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking. Yeah, he built like kind of like his own like Stonehenge kind of structure.
No. It
out of like coral rock.
Was it that?
Yeah, he built like his own castle. He built like everything by
exactly
himself.
that. And there's a rock that you can move by pushing it with your
I've
finger.
Seen that.
And you know, he said that it was something to do with like vibrations, that he was able to lift the rock,
right,
and you know, move it. And it's true because they've tested it, and vibrations, you know, just before an earthquake, or if you play the guitar and you see the amp, it'll actually lift, you know, objects, you know, off the ground a little.
Have you looked into Tesla?
Yes.
Yeah, Tesla's the man. Where he's like, especially about vibrations, about exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he's all about that. He's supposedly invented an earthquake machine small enough to like fit in your pocket.
Yes.
And he actually tested it on a building in New York, and like people like freaking out, like they were like, oh my god, what's going on? And like he just like picked it up, put it in his pocket, and just walked away.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
Because Tesla's gangsta like that.
Yeah. And you know, it's crazy because that, as new as that sounds, there's this guy in China back in like, I don't know, like in one of the like 1500s or something like that. He created this machine that was able to detect earthquakes. And what would happen is that there was a dragon pointing in each way, so north, south, west, east, and whenever it detected an earthquake in that direction, it would drop a marble off the dragon's head and into a little pocket, you know, so you knew there was an earthquake that way. One day a marble dropped, and everybody looked at it and was like, oh, the thing's broken probably. So they kind of, you know, disregarded and threw away the machine or whatever. I forgot what they did with it. 5 days later, someone came from the west where that marble had dropped and said that there was an earthquake that had devastated, you know, a village or something like that. I forgot exactly what happened, but I was like, wow, like that was back in 1500s, 1400s, you know, and you know, like we look at a lot of technology nowadays and we think it's new, and you know,
it's just rediscovered. It's actually the stuff now is like rediscovered.
Yeah, you know.
Well, it's funny. There's like in the remember the movie Phenomenon with John Travolta. You know,
I haven't seen that. I gotta watch that.
It's like he sees what he thought he saw some lights, and then he all of a sudden now has like his abilities, his mental abilities are extremely enhanced. And there's a scene where he's just standing and then he's like, did you feel that? You know, it was, he's like kind of nauseous. He's like, because he was talking about like these low frequency waves.
Oh, okay.
So he calls, the institute. He's like, we're going to have an earthquake, and then sure enough, later on that day they do,
Oh, okay, I see.
But it's funny, because that came to mind because I thought, oh yeah, you're talking about vibrations and about sound, and things that maybe we can't sense. Or hear or feel because they're on a frequency level that
So
we're
low.
not,
it's not perceptible to us.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they're there,
And I think that nowadays we rely on it a lot. That our ancestors, since they didn't have that technology, they had to make do with what they had, and I feel like they figured something out that we don't know, because it could, things deteriorate, metal doesn't last forever, stones aren't going to last forever. They could have had a machine, so advanced, but we can never find it because it deteriorated, it was lost in time, it's, that's why that's why all that stuff fascinates me, and I love reading up on all that. It's just that's one of my favorite hobbies, just reading up on that. My girlfriend thinks I'm crazy, but as long as we don't get abducted, I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, you do have
because that's gonna be really bad.
You do have lost time, and you need to figure out
where did that go? I want my 3 hours back, damn it.
I mean, if one day you show up and you're totally freaked out, and you had a vision about anal probing.
I know, right? Some repressed memory. Hey, when you're ready to come talk to me about the moon landing, all right? We'll talk.
I know, right? and it's funny because ever since I was a kid, I've had this like thing where it's like when I connect with somebody, I like we connect like really heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do believe there's a string theory where it's like when you shake someone's hand, you're now connected to them, and no matter how far or where you are, you're still connected to them through that string theory. It happens like one example was this guy saved a kid on a beach or something like that, and then 15 years later, the guy that saved the kid, he's drowning. Some young man comes and saves him, and it's the kid that he saved 15 years prior.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the string theory where it's like everything's connected. When we make contact.
That brings up another interesting thing. There's a movie. There's a movie called Silk. There's an American version with Sandra Bullock. Not that movie.
Okay.
It's an Asian film called Silk, and that it was one of it was basically it's a story where these scientists capture a ghost.
Oh, okay.
And they want to figure out who this kid is, get the history on it. So they hire this detective to
that's some bad juju.
But the thing is that there's one scene where he sees this strand of silk, and the kid, the ghost, is still connected to his mother, who's in a coma, but is still alive.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm thinking, that's funny that you brought that up, because it's like oh, yeah, totally. I got like a visual of what that.
I think people already thought of that too. They're like, oh, but I've had some like some pretty cool experience. Like my sisters and I, we're so connected. It's crazy. One time I was sitting next to my little sister, and we're watching TV. And I look at my laptop, and in my head, I just thought, you know what? I'm going to ask her for the Wi-Fi password. As soon as I finish that sentence in my head, my sister turns and looks at me. She's like, hey, do you want the Wi-Fi password for your computer? And I was like, what the hell? And I was like,
get out of my head.
Yeah, exactly, man. I was like, it's crazy how our vibes and our just how humans, are. There's just so much mystery to everything that we don't understand yet. That's what I find interesting.
Yeah, and they say that the percentage of the human brain that we even use is like so small compared to
what we can,
what the possibility could be.
Exactly. So it's like there's so much that we can do. And so much that we can figure out, and also if we also work with Mother Nature, we can. I feel like we can make even more. You know what I mean? Like even more. There wasn't so much greed and all that stuff, all that good stuff running around.
Yeah, that's That's awesome stuff. You would have fit in, or you should have been on our conspiracy theory episode.
I'd love to. We should film another one, man. I'll go off.
We might have another one.
Yeah, we might do another one.
We should do another one. I'll go off. I'll go ham on that one.
All right, awesome. All right, well let's move on to Alex, Mr. Silent over here.
Yes.
So why don't we, introduce yourself, what you do for fun, all that kind of stuff. Like what's interesting about Alex?
Yeah.
Give it to my cousin.
Instagram password.
All right. So like these guys right here, I work with you guys at the post office, which I really like. Let's see, what do I do for fun? I just adopted a dog. His name's Max. So,
all right.
What kind?
He's a poodle mix. Okay. So I don't know what he's mixed with.
Like a Labradoodle?
I'm not sure. They didn't say it, so I couldn't really figure it out. But he's a good guy. I like him, so I've been going on a lot of walks with him.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy that. But on my spare time, I like backpacking. Like
backpacking.
Oh,
so
wow.
you like hiking and all that.
Basically,
stuff?
yeah. Anything outdoors, I really like. Was it 2 places I've been to? I did the Grand Canyon, so we actually like went down in there.
Right.
Stayed for like 2 days, came back up, and then I did Sequoia, which check your weather because it's so cold. Don't go the
That
winter.
is. I love that place.
Don't do it. Yeah, Sequoia's nice.
So were those like your 2 favorite places, or
Those are the only 2 that I've done, but I stopped for a while because I did the whole military thing, and it kind of wore me out of the outdoorsy kind of stuff, you know.
You should go to Sedona, because that's where I live, which it's only a couple hours away from where the Grand Canyon is.
Oh, really?
And Sedona, is red rocks, and there's a billion hiking trails and everything out there.
Right.
You probably really dig it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I used to like going to the gym.
What branch of the military do you serve?
Marine Corps.
No, nice.
Yeah, that was my, when I left the Navy, I got so tired of like working out, all that stuff.
I don't want to see another pull-up bar.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna go back, but a month and a half later, here I am. Still enjoying the food.
So where were you? Where were you at? Were you stationed anywhere?
So I came back from a year UDP from Japan. So I was over there for 7 months.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Japan is awesome. Everybody should go there, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
You might not even want to come back. I know you've gone, right?
Yeah. I've been to Japan, quite a few.
It's like, God, stop trying to sell us on it. Jeez.
Yeah, I was there last year, and I want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah.
But a lot of the things I did there was drink a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, as you should. As you should.
It's the perfect place. What I liked about it was you pay like $20, $30, and it's all you can drink for like 3-4 hours, even at times.
Jesus,
so like you can imagine trying to go ham.
You just made my mouth water.
But yeah, and then it was nice over there just enjoying Tokyo and Roppongi. I don't know if you guys like anime.
Oh yeah,
Love anime. Yeah.
Okay, they have I think it's called Akihabara, which is literally a city of anime. So it's like a bunch of figures and manga and whatnot. Manga. So that was one of my favorite places. I actually collected a few Dragon Ball Z figures.
You have to send me some pictures of that stuff because I'm there. Well, speaking of Dragon Ball, because I love games and stuff like that, and one of my favorite games is the Dragon Quest series, which is very popular in Japan as well. But the same animator for Dragon Ball does all the artwork for the Dragon Quest series, Akira Toriyama. It's So when you look at the Dragon Quest games, like, oh, that's Dragon Ball. It's like, oh yeah, it's Akira Toriyama who did all the artwork. Yeah, it's was that like your favorite area when you went to Japan? Was the anime like?
That was my go-to, but I think was it Roppongi? Where's that busiest crosswalk over there?
Shibuya.
Yeah, I was there for New Year's. So
for New Year's?
That was a good experience. Yeah,
Wow.
I had like 3-4 days off. And everyone's out there drinking, Japanese, American. I met a lot of Australians over there, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was kind of cool because, we got to hang out with them at bars, whatever. And I did my first shui there. I don't know if you guys know what
is that.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Shui.
What is that?
If you guys get drunk enough, we'll do one. But basically, I'm going to do it. Show you guys. You take your shoe off, right?
Okay, never mind. Say no
pour a beer in there, and you drink it. Yeah.
There's a
My
UFC
home.
fighter from Australia who every time he wins, he does a shoey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My
I forget
homie
his
did that at
name.
McDonald's when he was drunk.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a memorable night.
Nice.
I might do that of a new shoe. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Is it your shoe? It's your shoe, right?
your shoe.
Oh, okay, you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
swapping.
Yeah, we're like, let's be buds. It's a straight shoe.
Yeah, I was like, there's 6 of us. I don't know about.
Well, they do have like the used underwear and stuff that they sell over there. It's for the perverts. So
But I think but a shoey is more of an Australian thing as opposed to a Japanese thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did it with Australians.
Yeah,
Like I said, I was at like an 80s bar or something like that after the whole countdown.
Mhm.
And I asked them, I was like, hey, is this a real thing? And they're like, oh, yeah,
I know. Imagine if it wasn't a real thing. If I wasn't here to confirm it.
it's like, but yeah, it was a real thing. But he was the only one that was doing it. They were all laughing at him.
They're like, no, yeah, knock yourself down.
yeah, everyone in Australia does it, mate.
I was wondering why they were recording me.
All the phones on you. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a good time over there.
Yeah, were you only in Japan, or were you in other? Did you go to other areas,
to travel?
like Korea or anything like that?
I was supposed to go to the Philippines and Korea, but that got taken up because let's just say the people in the unit I was in, or the company, they're a little wild, so they got in a lot of trouble before that. We're notorious.
Yeah.
I can't say what they're doing, but it's very legal stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Just
but
leave it up to our imaginations.
Yeah.
Oh.
just imagine.
Gotta have some fun somehow. Yeah.
But so I did Tokyo, and then I did Okinawa, Japan, which is the island. It's like a Hawaii version of it, and it's a nice place. I mainly just went to American Village, which is like
Right.
they're trying to be like I guess kind of like here, but I did Sega, which is, dude, it's like like a huge, just nothing but arcades, basically.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would always play the crane game, and that's where I got some of the Dragon Ball Z figures at times, but it gets pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Because you just want to win. It's like that next one.
When you were in Okinawa, did you happen to try the taco rice?
I did.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It honest opinion, it honestly tasted like kind of like Taco Bell meat on top of rice.
Yeah.
That's all it was, because
Pretty
everybody
much.
was so big on it.
Yeah.
gotta
I mean, for
try
those
it,
of you who are unaware, it's kind of like this invention from past service members who were stationed in Okinawa, but they couldn't really get American food, so they just slapped some ground beef with some spices and then served it over rice,
Okay.
and they call it taco rice.
Oh, you know what? I've seen that.
Yeah.
I saw that on Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is, though. I mean, it's good to try, but I tried it once and I was like, okay, it's just not the one for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, did you? Are you a fan of Japanese food? Did you?
Well, I'm a fan of noodles, so any ramen place
ramen,
I'd
yeah.
eat.
Oh yeah.
The sushi was good over there. It's really fresh. It's
Yeah.
really
good,
fresh
yeah.
compared to over here.
Yeah.
And you don't really think about them making steak, but they make a lot of steak over there too.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they have other foods, but those are the ones I enjoyed the most, I want to say.
Yeah, I think my favorite delicacy when I was in Japan was red bean mochi and sake.
Sake is a big one over there.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
They actually serve cold sake, right?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then here, I don't know why is it warm.
Well, they
I think
do
they
both
you
ways.
could do both.
Yeah,
You could do
both.
both, yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
in a lot of sushi bars, that's just how they serve it. 'Cause I think that's just how they learn.
I think it's just trying to be a little different.
Yeah.
But you can, but you can order. A lot of them have bottles lined up, and those are the cold ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could ask. Yeah. So next time you go, you just say, "Oh, can I get a cold sake?" And just,
I love sake, man. Even when it's hot, I love sake, man.
mm,
Japanese food is one of my favorite foods to
Yeah.
eat. I can't get enough of that.
Yeah, they had a good variety, honestly. When I went to their mall, which was maybe 3-4 stories, and it's tons of malls and stores.
damn.
And the food court over there is actually, I think it's better than ours.
Oh man, the food courts.
Because right.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. It's crazy. I can't even name all the choices they had because they had so many. And
Don't they have those machines where they?
Yeah.
They're all advanced.
vending machines
The vending
are
machines.
a huge thing over there.
Yeah.
So they have a few million, I think, is what YouTube
a
told
few
us.
million.
Wow.
So
they actually have beer too.
Yeah, that was the best
That was
vending
my
machine.
favorite.
It had beer, sake, it had snacks, it had like everything, wine. It was all
way.
ching ching ka.
Right,
There it is.
24/7 too. 24/7. Yeah.
Oh man.
So you were saying. So you were saying?
Oh, about the mall. Yeah, the food court. They just had so many selections over there, and I feel like when I go to the mall here, you kind of don't want to eat mall food. You know what I mean? But over there, I enjoyed it 100%.
Did you get? Because I know that they have some of those dessert.
Which one?
Just a dessert type store. Like it's part of somewhere in food courts, somewhere just in the malls. But just the variety of it was like pastries and was just like
Yeah, so they had like
off the charts.
multiple stores in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
good
it was
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So going back to Okinawa, you guys are talking about sake. They got if you guys look it up, it's called habu sake, which I don't know how they make it, but it's kind of cool because they have a snake in it. It's called the snake is
snake.
It's a habu snake.
Yeah, that's
which
crazy.
is like
I freaking hate that
super
shit.
poisonous. But yeah,
Like, that's one sake I'm not gonna be trying.
no, it's
Is it kind of like the tradition of when you go to Juarez or something and you do the worm?
you don't eat the snake.
Right.
Is it a long snake?
Yeah.
No, it's like a legit snake.
Oh,
so depending
damn.
on the size, like you could get crazy, right, and get like this huge old thing with a legit like fully grown snake.
Oh.
Or you could get just think of a bottle and like a snake like probably that big.
Oh, okay.
And it's cool. So it's exclusive to that island, so it's kind of cool. I brought that back, but it's all gone. Yeah, it was good stuff.
They actually they make a really good whiskey over there too.
Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, Japanese whiskey. I'm shocked.
Really?
Yeah, because I recently I had some not that long ago. I was shocked. It was nice and smooth. It was great. I might have to order some.
Yeah, no.
Never heard of that.
I know there's
I gotta try that.
There's like a bar arcade place that's just kind of like near here that I think it's called the One Up bar arcade.
The One Up.
Yeah, it's called the One Up.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Well, I've been there.
They serve that Japanese. They serve a Japanese whiskey there, and it's really good. Yeah.
All right, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I love whiskey and scotch, cigars too. I love cigars.
You could get Cubans over there, so it's nice going to cigar bar over there.
No embargo.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I had a few Cubans over there. It was cool. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Japanese love to drink. So
yes, they do.
If you guys think you could drink, I doubt it.
Man, funny story. One time we went to a Korean barbecue, right? And I wasn't too familiar with their beer, their liquor, nothing like that, because I was starting to drink more and more, expanding. So I see this bottle and it's like this, and I forgot what it was. I can't remember.
Soju.
Yeah.
And it's a green bottle.
Yep. Soju.
Cucumbers.
Yeah, it was like this color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was like this
color,
color.
yeah. So I see
Definitely soju.
I see a table of 10 guys just taking shot after shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'll try that. So I tell the lady, I'm like, hey, can you bring me one? She's like, no, yeah, of course. So she brings it. And I was like, man, these guys over here taking shots of a beer or what, So I grabbed the bottle and I take a swig. And I was like, mistake. And my friend looks at me. He's like, "Are you okay, man?" I was like, "Yeah."
What was it? What was it? Hard liquor? Or?
Yeah.
It's like
Soju is a
sake,
rice wine.
but
It's Korean rice wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It hit
so
hard.
my
It hit hard, but it was
In
good.
that amount, yeah. But usually, if you just take shots, it's a creeper. It'll slowly come up you, and you're just like. Happens to me all the time.
It's like you're drinking Sprite, but you're really not.
And I kind of didn't look like I was whistling out, so I just drank it like that, dude. I was like, whatever, man.
I know, bitch.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They probably dragged me out of there, but
Yeah, so my Korean delicacy is red bean mochi and soju. My Japanese delicacy is red bean mochi and sake.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've seen like the Korean people, the Japanese people when they're drinking, they're drinking. Dude.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
drinking.
I know we're Koreans. We have a drinking culture. So
Yeah,
Yes.
Americans, they don't drink as much.
Nah.
a buddy of mine.
It's okay to drink over there. That's why.
Yeah, a buddy of mine married a girl who's half Korean, half Irish. So I told them, I was like, "Oh, you lucked out. You got a girl who comes from two really well-known drinking cultures."
Yeah, man, I love anything and everything that has to do with liquor, dude. Like,
You're talking my
Hence
language.
why you're here. Hence why you are here.
Yeah. So now, since we're there, why don't we start the blind beer taste test? Why?
Let's do it.
And we can talk more about our liquors that we like and all that fun stuff.
I've already cleansed my palate, so
Yeah,
I'm ready.
same here.
Yeah.
So we ready to go?
Did we reach
do it.
the intervention?
The intermission. Do you need to take it? Do you need to take a whiz?
Come on, man, that's only one beer, dude. Can you really hang?
You know,
Oh man, calling you a pussy.
knowing Luis, he was drinking on the way. He's got that stash at work. I know. I know.
No, I was not. No. I came straight from work. So I'm responsible, by the way.
Hey, man, you
Says every
could drink in an
irresponsible
Uber.
person ever.
Yeah, the only time I'm sober is when I'm working. Yeah, I am responsible.
Jeez, I wish I could say that when I'm working. Oh wait, did I say that on camera?
They're like, I wish I could say that too, Luis, but shit, I don't remember.
All right, so we can take a quick break, and then we'll get everything started up. How about that? All right, so
sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got we're back from the intermission. Everyone had their bathroom breaks and whatnot, so we're ready to go. We got our first beer up.
Get the bouquet.
Yeah,
It's kind of hoppy.
all right. Well, let's try it out. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
I think that's past.
No, that's not Pabst.
It's
No.
bitter. I think it's an IPA.
That was what I was going to say. Is an IPA.
It's got that bitterness to it. It's an IPA.
What do you guys think? What do you?
I think I might get drunk off. Yeah,
Come on, Marine.
I haven't drank in quite some time.
It's just some cups, man. Just relax.
I know, it's just,
don't get
it's just
scared.
water. It's just apple juice. It's just this is all apple juice. Apple juice.
Yeah.
This is all front. This is just apple juice.
It's an IPA.
It's some sort of IPA. I can't tell which one though.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe Stone or
No, it's not Stone. Stone is different than this. It's
I kind of know what they are, but
so you know what this one is?
I bought a few IPAs, so you're probably not going to figure out which one.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. You had that
Is
variety
this like
pack.
Lagunitas?
No, I
no.
chose different ones
Lagunitas
that
is a little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
nobody would get. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't go with like Fat Tire or anything like that
okay.
because it's like too. We always try that.
This
you
kind
know?
of
Right.
tastes like a IPA mixed with Foster's. Kind of.
It reminds me of that one Austrian beer. What is it called? The blue one.
Oh, the Einstück?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had that on the last time you were on.
Yeah.
I've had this
I actually
before,
enjoyed
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does taste a little bit like that.
Yeah.
From what I saw, I don't think we had that one. But it does taste a little bit like that.
I've had that before, though.
Yeah.
I like it though.
No, it's
It is
good.
for an
Yeah,
IPA.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very smooth because alcohol content is either 9%
Holy
or I
shit.
think the lowest one was like 6.4.
You can taste.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
taste that alcohol in there, man.
No, but
There's
it's
also
good.
one that I have that I brought that's 9%.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice.
So, I mean, for an IPA, I don't think it's bad because usually it's really strong, but this
Right.
one's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's very balanced. It's
Yeah.
very well balanced.
Yeah, it's not too
Should we reveal
Yes.
the beer that we had?
Sure.
Yes, let's do it.
Survey says.
Our honored guest.
Oh, it was the one that I bought.
Oh.
We had this on the last podcast.
Oh, did we?
Alligator.
Yeah.
Oh, Allagash. Oh.
Ah, yeah, this is a good one. I really recommend the.
Where's that from?
This is it's a Belgian style golden ale, but it's 9%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the Allagash Tripel. It's really good.
I just want to
nice-
say
Oh, that
something
one
real
in the
quick.
big bottle.
I'm
Yeah, we had.
I'm dyslexic, so if I mispronounce something, I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
I read it wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
I read it wrong.
Sure.
It's not an excuse.
Wink, wink.
It's for
nudge, nudge.
that's why they have me on the 2-ton, because all I gotta know
Yeah,
is
so-
first class and priority. That's it.
So what did everyone kind of like this one?
I'm not big on IPAs,
You know,
honestly.
Lane's Lair doesn't like it. That's fine.
I know. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but like, I would. That's not my beer of choice. I like
Right.
ales and dark beers.
Oh, okay, all right. So
I liked it. I'd have one bottle.
He's one and done.
Yeah, one and done. Yeah.
I would have one. What?
I just couldn't figure the words to say.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
an-
one
I'm
and
an
done.
Allagash
Yeah,
fan.
I wouldn't turn it down. You know?
Yeah, I like Allagash too. This was pretty surprising. Yeah, but you know, I knew
yeah,
I knew it was familiar.
Yeah.
It was just happened to be from the last with Eric, right?
yeah,
yeah. Okay.
That's
Our
not bad,
movie
though.
special that we
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That's
So-
not bad though. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, highly recommend Allagash Tripel. So now we got our second one coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We got our second one coming up.
Let me kill this one.
And Robert, are you getting sponsored by these beers?
No, I'm not.
Why do you think we're doing this?
Yeah.
Why do you think we're doing this? We're trying to get sponsorship.
Hey, if
He's
I
hunting for sponsorship.
Right? Yes.
yeah, any of these beer companies you want to come sponsor us, we will shill your product
I know.
to no end.
I should have brought a contract with a 1% on that.
It's like too late, Val.
Damn it.
So
Okay.
obviously this is not a stout. I can tell that already right away.
Almost smells like wine.
Yeah, that's it. It kind of has this like rosy,
Yeah, like
rosé smell to it.
Yeah,
it's
it
kind of like a
does,
rosé.
It's sweet. And this is
Yeah.
beer, right? Or apple juice?
I know. I swear.
This is like almost
Tastes
tastes like
like
a
apple juice.
rosé beer or something like
Yeah.
that.
It's almost like a rosé Angry Orchard type.
I was thinking
Yeah, a lot of
It's like,
citrus
it's
notes.
like a little lemony too.
Yeah.
This is
It's
Mike's Hard
It's
Lemonade.
interesting, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it packs a kick of flavors.
Yeah, it's flavorful, but it's just like one of those beers you can drink because it doesn't seem like it's that,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really kind of sweet. Then
Oh,
next
is it
thing you
one
know,
of
you're
those
like,
shandies? Could it be a shandy?
It could be a shandy. Yeah, you're right. It does not taste like the shandy that I have that I purchased,
Yeah, but it's kind of reminiscent of one.
like a berry shandy almost.
Yeah.
This is that type of beer you have to be careful with.
yeah,
because you can,
exactly.
Yeah, you can just keep knocking them back.
You know the one that like I didn't buy it this time. The one you had to be really careful of is the Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I've seen it, but I've never tried it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen it though. Yeah.
Anyone want to? Let's. I know this is not one that I bought. So
Yeah, I didn't.
I know I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So survey says.
What is that?
All right.
What is this called? All right. So we
Berliner.
have it's a North Coast Brewing Company. It's the Berliner Weiss. Oh, it was cranberry. Oh, that's
Okay, that's
That makes sense
Yeah.
now.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a cranberry quincy
It, like,
beer.
clicks.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
good.
What's
I like
the
this.
percentage of that?
I think that's the weakest I got.
Looking at the.
It should be on the side.
So I need to know how many I could slam down before it really starts.
All right, either here or
What's the percentage on that?
That explains the sweetness, the cranberry.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that's why I was like confused,
sure.
like the kind of because cranberry has a kind of like a slight bitterness that kind of
Understand.
mimics
I
like
know
But it
what
wasn't-
citrus.
but it wasn't really there.
Yeah,
We'll have it in the description of like how much there was in there. I'll take a look. But yeah,
That was good.
North
I liked it.
Yeah, I
North
liked
Coast
it.
Brewing
That was good.
Company, the Berliner Weiss Cranberry Quincy beer. That's really good. I like this one.
Yeah,
I like that. That was a good
that's
one.
my favorite. So
Yeah,
far.
we'll take pictures of the ones that we did, and then we'll post it up and on the on our social media stuff, so you guys can take a look and try it out for yourselves.
Like I said, that's the type of. You got to be careful, man.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Like being in high school and then you're drinking like a sweet drink, but you don't know how strong it really is.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like we've kind of learned.
There's
having a tequila sunrise.
no one of the ones that like will sneak up on me, like the flavored soju. Like the pineapple.
Yeah, like the
That
pineapple,
sneaks
the
up on
peach. Yeah.
The other one is like mojitos. Those sneak up on me after a while.
Oh, there's an IPA.
That's what I
Yeah,
drink when I
yeah.
smoke
the
a cigar.
bouquet. I smell the
Mojitos
hop.
are so
Yeah.
good.
I love
Mojitos.
Refreshing.
But let's
Yeah.
mojitos. Like,
That's
I like this one.
that's a very
better than
manly
first.
drink.
Hey, I'll back you up. Very refreshing. So-
Well, like so I don't drink them all the time, but like there's just I like that like
Do you have
mint
yours?
mojito flavor.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to start with that. But yeah.
And then, this is definitely an IPA. here.
IPA for sure, right?
It's a hard IPA too.
Oh yeah, definitely taste the bitterness. The
Wow.
hops.
I like bitter tasting.
See?
in beer. I actually like that.
That's the IPA I'm used to.
Lane is just
flavor.
I'm enjoying life. What's going on right
That's
now?
the only IPA I know.
Exactly. I chose things that we wouldn't have chosen.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I like that.
I mean, as strong as this isn't that bad for me. Yeah, because usually I'm not a fan of like IPAs or like really like strong bitter flavor. But there's bitterness here, but it's not overpowering.
That's correct.
Oh yeah. So that's the other question too. Like obviously, I asked the question of like what beers do you like? If but are you a IPA person? Are you an ale person? A lager person? What do you like? Or a stout person? Yeah, we'd love to hear what you guys have to say about beer, or if you like cheap beer, craft beer. We want to know what your thoughts
I like beer.
about beer.
I drink beer.
Yeah.
Still like beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that was actually for
This tastes like that IPA. What is it called? Is it the dog one or the
Dogfish.
Is no? I forgot.
Oh,
what it's called.
Lengua.
the Lagunitas.
Lagunitas.
It is not it.
Is it that one?
Is it
with
that
the
goose?
bicycle?
Is it from
Flat Tire?
was it
Flat
like
Tire? No.
Sierra Nevada
See,
or
you
Goose?
guys are naming all the common IPAs that we're used to. So.
Yeah, that they're there.
I know.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Jesus.
Someone's told you or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, that's good. That's
Did the
actually
ahas
good.
take you inside of a?
Wait.
inside the
yeah? What are your thoughts, Elise? What do you think
I
of it?
mean, I think with one or two, I should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to start drinking stronger beers
Yeah.
so I could drink less.
That's what
Yeah.
IPA
It's,
is for.
it's actually smart.
Yeah.
I know. At first,
Yeah,
at first that sounds a little crazy, but it's like, wait a minute, that makes sense.
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I love Budweiser.
Yeah.
You know, I love Budweiser.
Right?
It's like one of my
Well, yeah, speaking of the
chugging
hat,
beer.
Yeah.
I
What
drink
do you do,
Bud
like
Light.
a 30-pack? Or
Yeah, dude. Like sometimes,
Exactly.
sometimes I'll knock back a good amount, and then Budweiser has a higher volume, like alcohol volume than like Modelos and Coronas.
Right.
So my friend left the 12-pack of Coronas in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I started pounding them away, and I'm like, this is not. Remember, I told you I was like,
Yeah.
this is not hitting me, man. So then I took out my whiskey bottle and I drank like half of it, and I woke up in the morning, half my body was on my bed, my 2 legs were on my couch, and I was like, all right, that did it. I was like, the whiskey did it.
The whiskey puts you right over the top.
So it's definitely an IPA. Like, what was that one?
I'm not sure the names of them.
Okay, well, what's
Oh, Union Jack.
Oh, there you go.
ooh,
Union
all
Jack.
right.
Okay.
Union Jack.
This is
There you go.
interesting because I've actually been wanting to try this one,
Oh,
but I
really?
haven't pulled the trigger. I really like that. I'm definitely gonna.
I've never seen that.
Not bad.
So
Not
this-
bad.
Check out the percentage too.
It is
It's on the side somewhere. I know this one for sure.
7%.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an IPA, the Firestone Union Jack IPA. Because Firestone, they do like Fat Tire and all.
They do the 805.
805, yeah.
The devil one, or
Yeah, I've had 805s before. I like those, but yeah, this is
it's another go-to beer.
Yes.
I like this one.
Serve best chilled.
Yeah. So Firestone Union Jack IPA, recommend. I know Lane's Lair he's just like, oh, these are just.
know.
I saw it.
Not
As soon as I smelled it, I was like, I could see his face. It's like just curl and like,
No,
oh.
I mean, I'm broadening my horizons.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
You know?
So, I guess why don't we go around too? Like, what are Luis? What are your like favorite type of beers to like drink? What do you really like?
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, I stick to what I know. I mean, Bud Light, but now it's like IPAs. I mean, I like IPAs. I
Yeah.
don't know, just the bitterness.
Because we were having before you guys all got here, Andy and I were having a conversation about like because when I first tried beer, because I actually didn't start drinking until much later. I was like probably like in my mid-20s when I kind of ventured into that arena. And beer was like it was an acquired taste.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at first.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, but as my palate kind of became more sophisticated, I was like it's good. And then it's like it's like, okay, well, I like this type of beer, and then it's like, oh, but I don't really like this type. And but as times change, like I've become more of an IPA guy. I do like those, but yeah, I was just kind of curious of like what your guys' like thoughts, beer journeys were as it went.
Well, I used to go to Bevmo and I would try it. I wanted to bring it, but I didn't go to Bevmo. It was a German beer. It's like 7.5. Forgot the name of it, but it's really good.
Wait, that one with the white label?
No, it's a darker label.
Oh, it's a darker?
Yeah, and it has like some old man and young guy.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
really
about.
good.
Yeah, I know. I think I can't remember the name of it, but I know which one you're talking about.
Get it? Trust me.
Yeah.
We've tried so many. We like doing that. Like my buddies and my girl, and myself. We'd go to Bevmo and we just walk in there, just grab
whatever
random stuff and just take it, chug it down, try it,
That's why I discovered Mississippi Mud.
Oh, Mississippi Mud.
It's really good because
Yeah.
it's what.
The jug. I've had that. That's
one
good.
of those and.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you said you're more of like a dark ale.
Yeah, I do have a favorite, and it's not. It's one of the more expensive ones. It's Harveston.
Harvested.
I have not had that
I
one.
forget where it's brewed. It's also called black oil because that's what it looks like. When you pour, but there's different variations of it. The one that I like, I think, it's either brewed. There's a 12-year and a 16-year because it's brewed. It's whatever the process is, but they keep it in whiskey casks. And I thought when I first tried it, like one beer bottle is about $10 for one bottle.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
And I thought it was going to be like very bitter because it was like really like black oil. It was very dark. But it's incredibly smooth. It's like silky smooth, and there's not that crazy bitter aftertaste. Really, really good. The first time I tried it, probably not the best food to eat with it. It was a Western bacon cheeseburger from Colorado.
Wow,
Dude, that sounds perfect.
yeah.
But maybe it was the perfect combination. I don't know. No, but it's a really good beer. They carry it over at Total Wine.
Oh, Total Wine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking of right now, actually. And what is it called? Habichi or whatever? It's basically like vegan beer. There's anything about it.
So it's not even
They
fermented?
ventured into beers now.
Wow.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
It was like $10 a bottle, basically, and it was a little, iffy to try, but definitely.
You know what? There's a Korean market next to Crunch Fitness on Devonshire and Reseda.
Yep.
That's right. Get on my
Yeah,
soju.
So my girlfriend and
Galleria
I
market.
love
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah, that's a great place.
Because I said we love Asia, like Korean, Japanese, Chinese food, all that. We love that. I walked in there one day. They had banana beer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And oh my god, that's
Val, you fit in very well in this podcast.
Because we must go to Galleria, right?
Yeah.
Rob?
I tried it.
Well, I go to Galleria all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we have a very Asian heavy influence on this podcast.
Yeah.
They kicked me out of the Galleria. Is that bad?
So I feel like I know this beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've had this before. But I'm like drawing a blank on like what it actually is.
Something light, though.
Yeah.
This is
There's a
really light.
bitterness
This is-
to it, too.
Yeah,
but
this
then,
is really
It
light.
just seems very
It seems very weedy.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah,
very
there's
weedy.
that's that kind of sweet wheat quality to it.
I'll tell you, I'd actually prefer one of the IPAs over this one.
Really?
Yeah. I really would.
Compared to, it's because of the flavor, maybe?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like the other ones are definitely more flavorful.
exactly.
When I tried this, when I took the first sip, I could kind of taste it. After the second and third, it turns to water.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, and that's another one you got to be careful with, because if you're just knocking them back, you're just like, keep bringing me more water, man.
Yeah. What do you think, Luis?
This is a blonde, though, right?
I feel like
IPA, yeah.
I feel like it's a blonde.
You preferred the IPA over this.
Yeah.
All right. Survey says what was this one?
Oh, okay. Anchor's steam beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I knew I had this one before. So this also this particular company, because I think this is their staple. Like this is like their common beer, the Anchor Steam beer from the was it Anchor Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
They do a seasonal one that I really like called Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and it has like this like and we've had it on the podcast before.
Have we?
Yeah, we have. I think we had it on. I know we've had it on the podcast, but anyways, I couldn't remember the episode we've had it on.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is that one is very like it does have kind of like a nice punch to it, like a good punch.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has this like it does taste like Christmas almost in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's from that same the same company. I have not actually. I feel like I had this a long time ago. Yeah, you're like with you guys. I don't like it as much as I used to like this. So.
Okay.
But it's still like it's not bad. I mean, I'll drink this.
It's not bad.
But yeah, Anchor Steam beer, not bad. I like some of their, but like I said, I personal note, I like some of their other beers that they do. Oh, this is. I have a feeling I know which one this is.
Yeah,
We're getting into some good territory over here.
Oh yeah, it's my.
That's right here.
Hey man, you got to let me know when that Christmas one. I am a huge fan of Christmas.
Yeah, I will let you know when that comes out.
My tree goes up in November, dude.
I'll tell you,
Sometimes even before that.
That's about when that beer comes out. So when it comes out, I'll get you a 6-pack of it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
There's another beer that I think comes out. I mean, I don't know if they do it in Boston. It's the Sam Adams.
Oh, the Sam
But
Adams.
it's a cream stout, and it's seasonal. Sometimes they don't. I mean, it's hard to find because they don't do it all the time.
Right.
And I have a feeling that that's one of those maybe that time of year.
Okay.
Winter ale?
It's definitely.
No, it's called cream stout.
Oh,
You
okay.
could smell
Wait,
it.
cream stout. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that once. I haven't.
Guinness.
Yeah.
I think
I'm already like, oh god, I'm gonna be like, I'm cringing already because
So much.
You don't
Rob-
like
you
Guinness?
You don't like
Rob's
dark beer?
dreading it, yeah.
huh?
Do you like dark beer?
Hell no.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what? You know what?
Except one.
You know why I love Guinness? I love drinking my coffee black. You've seen my coffee.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, see,
yeah.
and this is why I hate Guinness because I fucking hate coffee.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a big.
I regard Guinness as adult chocolate
But
milk.
I got
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Guinness is adult chocolate milk.
it's chocolate milk.
I'm
Robert,
trying
come
not
on.
to drink it.
Come on, man. You'll be a big, strong boy, man.
God.
It's funny because every time I go,
All
to
I taste is the
McDonald's-
coffee. Oh,
Have some cake.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
perfect.
cleanse my palate with some pretzels here.
When I go to McDonald's,
So
I'm
that-
like no
We
cream.
were guessing that was the Guinness,
Light syrup.
correct?
Mm.
No, that wasn't the Guinness.
What? What was that?
Whoa, that's good beer.
That is
Oh, man.
that's
Wow.
a surprise.
This is
and I've
the-
had this too before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This
I've had
is
it
the
before.
North Coast Brewing Company Old Rasputin Russian Imperial
yeah,
Stout.
Rasputin.
That's good.
That was awful, but
Let me finish that sentence, but that was awfully good.
yeah.
There you go. That's a good one.
But for those of you who like kind of the dark stout,
Yeah.
like coffee-ish type of beers,
Definitely.
this is right up your alley.
That's I like it. I like it. That's really
That's
good.
like another Guinness right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hold on. I need to pretend that I got to stop pretending I can't.
9%,
I can
wow.
see. So
9%.
I got to read that label.
Yeah, one or two of them, I think I'll be good.
Yeah, what is that? Like a 9%?
9%,
9%, right?
for
Yeah.
a beer.
Yeah,
Wow,
we've-
that's
we-
high.
They sell it in 4-packs. Like
Okay.
not even a 6-pack.
Yeah, for a beer.
Kinda.
For a beer
They
is
have this
strong.
guy on the label on the label here, right? He's doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you have too many, it turns into this.
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
That
man.
now,
That's
you want to talk
another-
about conspiracy
yeah.
theories?
Yes,
Yeah. Well, that
Conspiracies, ghosts,
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff mixed into that guy.
That's the green one is the new one.
Got it. Okay. Well, I got to
Yes.
finish this.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Rasputin was a very interesting character.
Yeah, he was a very. I'm like, how do you not die?
Yeah.
How do you not die?
Oh, was he that guy that?
Yeah, that they
They
shot.
do anything?
They
Yeah.
poisoned.
He
well,
basically
first they
that's
poisoned
he was a
them.
shyster who
Yeah.
really
he
good, Robert.
ingratiated himself to the Tsar
Yeah,
because his
the Tsar.
son had was a hemophiliac and he's like,
Mhm.
oh, I could cure him. And so like he basically ushered in like the Russian Revolution and like at a party in his honor. Like they shot him, they stabbed him, they strangled him, they poisoned
Gave him poison. Yeah.
And threw him in the lake.
And then eventually, like, drowned him. And then they found out, like, there was water in his. When they did the autopsy, they found water in his lungs. So, like, he didn't die from any of the things that they did prior. He died, and he drowned.
Wow.
He didn't even die from what's it called? When you have the hypothermia? Hypothermia.
Yeah. Fucking wizardry.
How do you not die from
wasn't he?
You know?
I think he was an alien.
Hey, he was tall and skinny, man. I don't know, you know. Maybe.
All right, so this,
Well, this is interesting.
I don't know what this is.
No,
This
it smells like hard liquor to me.
It's a little bit, yeah. It's almost like whiskey. Or maybe it's like one of those beers that was aged in.
Yeah, it's too bitter
whiskey
for me.
barrels.
This tastes so good.
Yeah, it's too bitter
It
for
kind of
me.
reminds me of that brown bread from.
This would be one that I would do like every once in a while, but it's good.
I don't know. It tastes like cough syrup. I guess I have different taste buds. Everybody has.
Well, no,
different
yeah,
taste buds,
everybody
yeah.
has their.
I also feel like I've had this beer too before, but like I don't.
This kind of tastes like purple haze. I think, yeah. No, not
That look on your face, Lane's Lair is kind of not. You're not liking it, are you?
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
It's a little.
Meh for lanes.
I'm with this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You all right with this one?
Yeah, I like dark and bitter stuff. I mean,
So this
It's a little too bitter for me.
for a dark beer, I do like this. I would do this. So
I would drink a couple of these.
I'm actually curious of what that one was.
Yeah. It has a sweet taste.
And
to
the
it.
reveal.
Oh, this is
Another North Coast.
Coast, huh?
Another North Coast.
Yeah.
They have some interesting. So this is North Coast Brewing Company, courtesy of Alex, Brother Thelonious. It's a Belgian style Abbey ale. That's why, because I've had Abbey ales before, and they do kind of taste like this. This is not bad. I this wouldn't be one that I would drink all the time, but good one. Yeah, so North Coast Brewing Company, Brother Thelonious. Not bad.
That's a good one. That's a good. If you like bitterness, that's a good one.
And if you because like
If you're a fan of dark airs, but then like need a little bitterness, then
it's just because that's a dark ale. But that I definitely like that.
Whoa.
It's like taking a shot from me.
Yeah. You need to broaden your horizons, man.
Oh, you hear that? I called you a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Budweiser.
Everybody gets the job done.
It does.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Like I said,
when
hey-
you drink Budweiser, do you slam the Budweiser like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Hey, man, give me an 18 pack and I will.
Actually, Stone Cold, he has his own brewery now. He does IPAs and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, because I'm a NASCAR fan, right? So, one of my favorite drivers, he's retired now. He does a podcast. He had Stone Cold on a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about like how he got into wrestling and
sweet.
like because he loves beer. And he's like, oh, I'm a Budweiser guy. And then all of a sudden, like someone threw me one of these IPAs, and it was like, oh. Holy shit! This is pretty good shit, and it's like I want to get into this. It's like this,
exactly.
He started his own brewing company.
Awesome.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of want to try his beer.
I was gonna
now.
say, have you tried it?
No, I haven't yet, but I'm gonna look into it and maybe
Maybe
try
that's
some.
another podcast right there where it's
I do like this.
because I know some celebrities actually do their own brewing
McGregor
and stuff.
got his own. I don't know if it's whiskey or not, but I know he started. his own thing.
that'd be cool.
Wait, who we talking about?
McGregor.
Oh, McGregor. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh,
He does
he
his
has his own
I don't know if
whiskey,
it's
I think.
whiskey or not.
yeah, it is
I'm
whiskey.
pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I mean he's Irish, so it has to
That's what I
be.
was thinking.
Yeah. Well, so, there's a lot of these.
soon.
What was it? A couple other, like one of the team owners in NASCAR, Richard Childress. He has a whole vineyard. He has a Childress wine vineyard. I know Danica Patrick. She has her own like winery thing that she does now, and so that'd be kind of curious. I am not a sommelier of in the slightest.
No, you know who has a vineyard near where I live in Sedona? Because there are wine vineyards
Right.
out in that area.
I would have not guessed
in
that.
Page Springs, which is like pretty close, is Maynard from Tool.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That's also something I would never have guessed.
Wine connoisseur has his own brand.
Surprisingly, yeah.
You would never think.
A lot
never
of them just invest into things, you know what I mean? That we don't
Yeah,
even
you
know.
gotta invest too in cannabis. Believe me, the next couple of years is gonna blow up.
You just gotta invest.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're talking about stocks.
Yeah,
we'll
there you go.
talk because yeah,
Yeah.
I have my picks for exactly that.
Hey, the next couple of years is gonna
Hey,
blow
it's
up.
legal. It's legal.
Cannabis is gonna be the new Starbucks.
That's right.
Mark my words.
So there-
I said it. I said
No,
it.
you heard it here first, folks. All right.
Yeah.
Luis called it.
Well, there's a Simpsons episode that I like where Martin Prince, he goes to it's like the take your son to work day or take your kid to work day, and he's at the stock market with his dad, and he's like, oh, buy soy. It's like that's gonna be Louise like cannabis.
Yeah, it's gonna do really well initially, and then it's gonna bottom out.
It's like you got greedy.
But you know what? They should infuse cannabis in beer, and then
I think there are a few
it's
companies
already-
doing that.
really.
The company that I bought stock in
Yeah.
has a deal with Molson.
Oh shoot!
There's a beer that is made from like cannabis, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's like infused with it or something
Yeah,
like that.
but that's already in the works.
Yeah, it's next
That's
yeah.
the best of
already in
both
the-
worlds.
Yeah,
It's already in the
thought of
works.
it before he. Luis
I'm
thought he had a
sure.
good idea. He was
I
like,
don't know, but like
before that, the
two
Simpsons
depressants
did
though.
Yeah. By the way, if you need any taste testers, we're all here.
Yes,
We're all here.
Circle of Jerks are always available.
That's right.
yeah,
I can do it now. So. I'm all good.
this one tastes
I actually
peachy
like
and
this.
sweet.
Yeah, so do
I
I,
like-
actually.
yeah, it's this one.
You know what?
For
Is
light-
this
lighter-
this tastes kind of like a what's it called? Like champagne? What's it called?
Rosé.
No.
No.
Miller.
No.
No, this is not a
High Life. Miller
No.
High Life. No.
That's what I
No,
think it
this
tastes
is
like.
not.
Is it weird that I got like a
Old
small
English.
hint of smoke?
There's
No, this.
When I was drinking it, like I
this
got like
tastes
this weird
like a
smoke smell.
This tastes like an ale.
Just want to say,
But it's like
smooth.
Very smooth.
This is good. I like it. This is the type of beer that I really like.
it seems
Yeah,
more
this is
like
the type
Pabst.
of beer I
It's
could
cheap.
chug.
it seems more carbonated than any of the other ones we've.
Yeah.
Or there's something about
Yes.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
I could drink it like water, so
Yeah.
that's good in that sense, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
it
could chug
tastes
this
like a-
beer.
yeah.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Should we figure out what it is?
Yeah, let's see what
you
it
wanna,
is.
You want to reveal?
And the reveal.
What is this?
So
There's
actually,
Nevada.
okay. So this is one that I bought because I was actually curious to try this.
Mhm.
I do like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Oh,
yeah.
Try to say that five times fast.
That's it. You're cut off.
I know you're cut off.
Yeah.
You're cut off.
This is their Bavarian style wheat beer that I was and it
Oh.
based off the description.
That's
I was really curious of what it kind of sounded like a good type of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Sierra Nevada Kellerweiss. It's a Bavarian style wheat.
I love Bavarian wheats or Belgian wheats.
This is it's actually the alcohol content isn't that much. It's only 4.8.
Yeah.
But this is good.
Hence the chugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's average. 4% is average. 3
Yeah.
to 4. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of the other ones we had one that was 9%.
9%. I
And
could
that
do
was
two of those.
smooth, too.
I'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But no, this is. I'm glad I bought this. I'm definitely gonna buy this again.
It's kind of peachy. Is it me or is it just kind of like?
Well, this actually.
I mean, not pear.
So
pear,
I'm gonna
pear.
say, based off of
Maybe
what
that's
I
what it is.
read
Yeah.
from, based off of what I read from the description, it was it had like banana in it. It had
Okay.
like
Oh,
banana
yeah.
wheat. So it kind of has like a banana bread kind of flavor to it.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
okay, so
I see
based
that.
on the description here, our Bavarian style wheat beer is complex with flavors reminiscent of banana bread and spicy clove. This hazy golden beer glows with suspended yeast, creating a velvety texture and refreshing finish. So like I said, I definitely taste the banana in it. But like what you said too, with like the clove and the yeast and all that stuff, it does have like it is a very carbonated beer. You're right. So I highly recommend this. This is good.
That's not bad.
Right.
I would even drink it.
Yeah, that's a shocker because I would not have thought that you would have liked that one.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good.
That's a little too light for me, but I mean it's good. It's just a little too light.
Oh yeah. So at the end of this, when we have all the beer, we're gonna decide which one of the ones we like that you like best. So
Actually, that's probably the healthiest beer because of the extra carbonation. It's like you have an upset stomach, and you need to kind of burp it out.
Right. Yeah.
Just chug this beer, and you'll be good as new.
Right.
It's kind of like chugging Sprite, but
This is really good.
Yeah, that's right.
with a little bit of a side
I
effect.
kind of have a feeling I know which one this is.
Yeah, it has a good smell.
It's
I like
like-
the smell.
Very citrusy.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know which
Yeah,
one this
oh,
one is.
yeah.
It's kind of like refreshing.
I really love this beer, by the way.
This kinda smells like squirt.
If it's what I think it is, if it's what I think it,
Yeah.
With Mountain Dew.
Yeah, yeah.
Mountain Dew, or Gatorade.
if it is what I think it is, this is one of my favorite beers because it's a shandy.
Right.
It's a shandy.
My guess is that this is
one of those.
it's a lemonade beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, this literally tastes like Mountain Dew with no carbonation in it.
What?
That's what I
Get the fuck
think.
out of here!
I agree.
tasting
You're
Gatorade and
banned.
Mountain
You're
Dew.
banned.
That's all I
I agree.
I can see that. I can
Alright.
see
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can definitely see that.
I tasted it. I was like, this does taste like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's a flat Mountain Dew. It's a flat Mountain Dew.
No
It really
sugar
does.
added. Now we know.
I was thinking like if we're gonna go that route, maybe it is like more of a squirtish type.
But
of
you know
flavor.
what though? You know what this would go really well with? Like a nice chicken pasta and this.
You think so?
I can see that. Yeah.
Can totally see that.
Yeah.
I love like
Like
lemony
Italian-
chicken.
You know what?
kinda-
I was
exactly.
actually
I can see that.
thinking of
Yeah.
the tequila lime chicken from pasta at CPK.
CBK. I've never been there.
Okay. California Pizza
Pizza
Kitchen.
Kitchen?
No, I've never been
Okay.
there.
Yeah, they have like their signature pot, like the tequila lime
Uh-huh.
chicken. This would pair well.
No,
with it.
I can see this with like a chicken pasta, like some around that.
I got your next hobby, chef.
Look, hey man, next time I cook some chicken, I'll bring you some more.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I cook some
Hells
mean,
yeah,
like,
hells
chicken
yeah.
and steaks, dude.
Stick to UFOs.
Hey, trust me, when you try, you gonna want to put a ring on it.
No homo. No homo.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
What did everyone else think of this one?
I like this one though. I like this one.
It's enjoyable.
Even
It was
though
nice,
thought
refreshing.
even though you said it tasted like flat soda, which is one of the worst flavors of all time.
Look,
You're hurting his feelings right now.
Mountain Dew's good. What can I say? But
With your feelings aside,
throw a little Sprite in this to give it carbonation, and you're good to go.
I think it's a good meal beer.
Yeah, I would say that.
I feel like it's a really good.
I think this would be good. I think this one would be good, but even with a burger.
This feels like a summer beer, definitely.
I agree with that.
It's good though.
You like it?
I do like it.
Luis, what do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I like the smell of it. It's smooth. I mean, yeah, like homeboy said, a flat Mountain Dew.
See that sounds bad, right?
It's only because he's the Mountain Dew
It's just
hater.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just this descriptive.
Right,
It's
but
just descriptive.
it's not bad.
It's not bad or good.
Not
It's just
bad.
descriptive.
I
Yeah.
just want to say, I thought you gamed. We all know Mountain Dew is gamer juice. I thought you would like it.
All right, so let's do the reveal on that one. Yep.
There it is. Yeah.
This is one of my personal favorites. This is I love Wine and Kugels. Like I love their beer company. They do a lot of seasonal beers. Their common one is the Sunset Wheat. That one's a very sweet beer. This is their Summer Shandy, which is really actually hard to find sometimes, but it's their lemonade beer, and it's good. Not super high volume alcohol.
Yeah, 4.2. Yeah, your average beer. Yeah, but it's still good.
But this is good, like just like on a you don't want to really drink a lot. Like this is like really nice with like dinner and it's hot. Like this is drink this cold.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like a nice pasta chicken dinner with this would pair so good. Yeah, I love food and beer, man.
Yeah.
I mix those.
I like food.
Well, you have like, I mean, you have like the whole like thing where they pair like certain like meals with different types of wines.
Yes.
Like you could do the same thing with beer too.
Dude, we should do a Chimek podcast. That's Korean for chicken and beer.
Chicken and beer.
Yeah, Chimek.
Oh, all right, I'm down.
Because chi is just short for chicken, and mek is short for mekju, which is Korean for beer. And there's a bunch of chicken and beer spots in Koreatown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down to do that.
Are you talking about fried chicken?
Yeah, fried chicken.
Oh, nice. That's my favorite. Fried chicken.
Yeah, there's
fried chicken and beer, dude.
Yeah, the Korean fried chicken is actually really good.
You know
man.
what's one of my favorite meats is liver.
Liver?
Liver.
No.
Really?
I can't.
You know what's crazy?
Just the smell.
Touching that
Nope.
topic, I had liver in South Africa.
Oh yeah.
like
and
it?
then, actually,
it's-
but you know
it's
what?
okay?
It's different.
Well,
It's
how did
different.
the way I like it is grilled onions, lemon, hot sauce,
Damn, you're making me hungry.
and then and then my homemade seasoning. Oh, it's dude.
So
You
funny
know.
because
I used
for
to
the longest time, people have like kind of cast dispersions against liver and onions, but
It's not bad.
The way you describe it sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
I gotta tell you, man. I cook. I like to cook,
Uh-huh.
and I like to pair it with good stuff. You know, it's just. I remember my dad taught me that because, one time, he used to take us everywhere, right? And I'm eating steaks, here and there, but I would put hot sauce on it. I put different things because they were cheap IHOP, Denny's kind of steaks.
yeah, you gotta experiment.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I'd mix it,
Yeah.
and I never had a good steak. So my dad one day he decided to take us to a restaurant, and I look and I was like, "Hey, Dad, can I grab a steak?" And then he was like, "Yeah, eat it." He's like, "Get it." So I get it, and IHOP, Denny's, it's $12-13 for a steak. This place is like 20-30 bucks.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, damn, that's kind of expensive, So I was like, whatever, I'll just get it. My dad got it, he got it for me, so cool. I forgot what we were celebrating. So the steak comes, and I'm about to put hot sauce in it, and then he like grabs it. He's like, what the?
No.
He was like, what the are you doing? I was like, whoa, man. I was like, damn, I can't eat it. And I got a little butthurt because I was like, what? I can't eat this steak.
First you gotta try it.
Yeah, exactly, So
It's like going to getting pho or like ramen. You always try like the soup
How
like,
you
before.
like it.
Yeah, before you're adding all the stuff. You always try it like as the chef
It's good,
intended.
Yeah. And then I was like, what the hell? Like, I got a little butthurt because I was like, damn, like he's not gonna let me eat my steak with hot sauce, And I tried the steak, and I was like, damn,
It doesn't.
I was like, damn, it doesn't need anything. I was like, oh,
Wait, how do you like your steak?
It all depends, It all depends on
I like medium rare. I like it bloody.
I like
mine medium rare.
Yeah, I like it.
I guess it depends, but you're right. It depends on what.
Don't even
type
start,
of
Robert.
steak
Don't even
you're
start.
eating, because I like mine cooked.
So do
I
I.
like medium well,
Yeah.
but it depends on the cut of the steak.
Yeah.
I don't think we can be friends anymore, Lance.
Hey, man. I'm drinking your IPAs, man. Cut me some slack.
That I have to
Well,
do this.
we have had a number of steak tales on our live stream that we do on Tuesdays, Nocturnal Transmissions.
Don't even start, dude. Don't even start.
Well, not that Andy has messed up steak, but his dad does not.
He doesn't treat steak well.
No.
I'll just say that, okay? I like every time that my family wants to eat steak, they always ask me to prepare it because they know I'm gonna hold it down and I'm gonna do it the best. My dad does not treat steak well, all right? And I've shared stories with Roberts, and he's like literally threatened to end our friendship over it.
We're not friends no more.
As you should.
Well, especially this one tale where we got these beautiful ribeye steaks, and my dad proceeded to cut holes into it to try to stick garlic into it.
Oh, why?
And I told my dad, "What the hell are you doing?" I stopped my dad. All right, I stopped my dad, but he's like, I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna inject garlic."
Dude, that hurts. I feel it. It hurts.
Right, but I stopped him. All right,
Okay,
I stopped him.
Not all heroes wear capes. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What, was he preparing a turkey or?
No, it was a ribeye steak. It was like an inch and a half.
Sarcastic.
Even worse because that's the best cut.
I know. I realized I was like, I didn't watch him, and then I come back and I see him. Like, he's like taking a knife. And he's like punching holes into the ribeye. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stick garlic cloves into it." I was like, "No, Dad, no."
Oh my god, that's too.
So what do we think of this beer, guys? This is
I want to say my least favorite, but
your least favorite.
yeah,
It's kind of bland.
This tastes very, very generic.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's bland.
exactly.
That's very
why.
generic.
I'm just like, okay, what am I drinking? Corona, Budweiser.
Yeah, I know. It's just
Something.
kind of like a.
I know it's not that,
Something
but
I know.
I guess I'm gonna be. You know what? It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna probably be surprised, and it's like, oh crap! I buy this all the time. What the hell am I doing?
I feel like this isn't a Pabst.
No, this is it's not a
this
Pabst.
isn't- No. It's just very generic taste.
And that's
A
why
very generic Corona Modelo.
that's the perfect
kind
way
of-
to
compared to all we've been
It's very
drinking today,
bland,
it's kind
yeah.
of like, okay, I've drank this before.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the perfect way to put it. Generic.
Yeah.
Generic. Is that kind of the?
Yeah, nothing pops
Oh.
out.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
And I was,
Damn.
That's a surprise.
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
'cause
so am I.
I buy this beer a lot. I like this beer.
It's probably because we tasted all those other
I know,
beers that
right?
have so
Yeah.
much flavor.
Dude, I'm not gonna front.
Like,
I'm pretty drunk right now.
Uh,
I hold it together really well, but I'm drunk.
I'm not driving home, that's for sure.
nah, it takes
Well,
a
yeah,
lot more
this is
than
the Hot Brown Munchin. I'm shocked.
Is that your beer of choice?
I'm sorry,
Well, it's not my
Robert.
beer of choice, but I actually really like this one. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the other ones that we've tasted
Got
that like
spoiled.
Yeah.
that maybe like it changed the flavor of it.
Yeah.
All right, real quick.
This is German.
Shout out
right?
the cannon. You have to say it real quick. What's your favorite beer?
Well, it depends.
No, you have to say it quick. You have to say it quick.
Harvested.
Favorite beer.
Harvested.
Favorite beer.
Rolling Rock.
Favorite
It's
beer.
that German beer I told you about.
Okay. Favorite beer.
Top of my head, I'll do Modelo.
That's good.
Favorite beer. You gotta say fast.
Half of
I
us.
like it.
All right. 805.
805.
Yeah.
Which Modelo? I love Modelo Dark.
Modelo Especial.
Oh,
Also
really?
the
I love
regular one?
Modelo Dark.
Shout out to Michi's, you know.
You know what? I do not like micheladas.
Really?
I hate.
I mean, I'll
Sorry.
have one,
Micheladas.
but I'm not crazy about
I
it.
hate micheladas as much as I hate soccer.
We
Like,
can't be friends.
You hate soccer?
I completely hate.
You were doing
Whoa.
You were doing
Whoa.
so good here.
Whoa.
We can be friends.
Whoa.
I
This
know.
conversation is just took a
Whoa.
major left
No,
turn.
I mean, I'm not saying that I love soccer, but a brown man that comes and says that he doesn't like soccer,
I don't.
Soccer's
Come
bigger-
on.
Soccer's
I'm
bigger
like,
than the Super
come
Bowl.
on.
I've
Am I
never-
right?
yes.
Am I right?
I've never played soccer, and I'm not a big fan, you know. But I know soccer's like fun and great sport.
Effing hate soccer. I cannot watch it. I cannot stand it.
Nope.
I would not play
Watch
it.
the World Cup.
No, thank you. No,
Really? You don't even like get somewhat hyped for World
nope,
Cup?
Nope.
Wow.
Nothing comes
Wow.
in.
The World Cup
Okay,
is bigger than the Super Bowl.
Again, I'm not saying that
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not saying I'm a fan of soccer, but I'm just saying it's surprising. That's all it is. I'm just surprised.
Hey man, just because you see
sorry.
brown skin, I was just like,
I know. You're totally destroying all of my
Stereotype.
my stereotypes and preconceived
Who knows
notions.
this?
If I had a hat, I tip it to you.
Wait,
The
what is
only
your
s-
favorite sport?
The only sport that I watch and I love
think.
is boxing.
Boxing.
Oh, okay.
Boxing's
I used to
cool.
box.
All right. Oh, okay. Cool.
That's the only sport that you like to watch.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
I want to ask you.
Oh,
a
you know
question.
what?
so
You know
no-
what? No, wait.
No baseball, no football, no
I'm a hockey fan.
No.
I love
no
hockey.
hockey, no racing, none of that.
Well, no,
I
I
can
watch.
appreciate
I watch. What's it called? Rally racing.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I
all right.
love rally racing. I wish I could rally race myself, dude. Like
Those guys are fucking wild, man.
they are, man. You ever see me drive the 2-ton, man? Like, dude, I say
That's all.
the UPS guy was like, "Damn, dude, you whip that thing like it's a Corolla," and I'm like, "I know."
Nice.
Got this 12.
And then you're lucky because that's a brand new 2-ton.
I know,
Before
man.
that,
I was whipping that thing too,
it was
man.
like a hoop. Yeah, so I think you got lucky, and then it has AC now.
I know.
Oh,
Before
damn.
it was like
What?
a tin
Why
can.
do you think I take the
Yeah,
position?
Tin can, all freaking hot
Oh,
heat. And
So it was like from like the 1970s truck.
no, it was
They
a
just-
90s kind of
just don't
truck.
have 'em.
80s, 90s,
I
like
know.
all those vehicles are nearly
Oh,
30, 40,
right,
40
right,
years
right,
old.
right. Yeah, yeah.
New vehicles have AC now. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, but we don't have them.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, the only like new ones I see are in like my area. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I've
yeah.
seen those actually. Yeah, come with AC and everything. Yeah.
But going back to steak,
Damn it! Let it go, Robert.
no, I'm not talking about like your dad's shitty steak tails.
Okay. All right.
But like, going back to like what Lanes was saying about steak, he likes the medium well. I think it depends also on the cut too. Like,
Actually, yeah, that's
yeah.
Exactly.
So like, if you're going to like a filet mignon, if you're doing it medium well,
I would
throw
not-
that shit in the fucking trash.
I would not
because-
do medium well for filet mignon.
Yeah.
I would
so
not
like,
do
but
it.
if you're doing like a ribeye medium well, that works because of the
The
fat in there, and like, or like you could probably get away with a sirloin at that.
a really fatty sirloin.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like, some of the ones where like you have to like with the fillet, you have to do it,
Yeah.
Medium
You
rare
have
at,
to.
at the minimum, on that.
If not just black and blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, so let me do a quick survey.
Yeah.
Would you guys be into a filet mignon bacon wrapped with blue cheese crumbles?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've had
Fuck
I don't
yeah.
like
I
blue
heard-
cheese,
I heard
but
bacon.
yeah.
I've had a filet mignon bacon wraps, but I don't like
That
blue
was
cheese.
pretty
Okay. Well, all right.
I
All
don't
right.
like
Blue cheese, I enjoy
Right.
blue cheese, but I just like my steak
You just
plain.
I know, pure as
I
possible.
like bacon.
Like
I like
maybe
bacon.
salt
I
and
like
pepper,
blue cheese, but
maybe
yeah.
some.
Just plain.
Yeah, I'll say
Okay.
this, to go to there's a place that I occasionally go to that it's a real fancy place called the Derby. Their staple is the bacon wrapped filet mignon, and oh shit, it's good.
Yeah.
Now you're making me hungry.
Do you guys
Man.
cook? Do you guys cook at all?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I know you cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saved that steak from your dad.
Yeah.
I don't cook very often, but I can if I need to.
Okay.
I definitely
I'm one of those guys that like when it's for myself, I do, but it's like it's not as enjoyable. I love cooking for other people.
Okay.
So and there's a couple of dishes that I think I do pretty well.
Mhm.
I do a couple Hungarian dishes.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right, your paprikash was awesome.
It's yeah.
Do you cook?
Fantastic.
You don't cook?
God no.
He's like, no.
But I will learn.
He's like, my bacon comes out black.
I burn water.
Exactly. When I go back to the pan, it's evaporated. Do you cook, Luz?
Yeah, I actually enjoy cooking.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
no, it's-
wanted
yeah.
to pursue
Oh yeah.
culinary.
See
but
that?
My,
There
my
you go.
uncle discouraged me because he's a cook. He's a chef.
Because he didn't want the
Oh.
competition, probably.
That too, and
Hey man, it's
And,
never too late.
It
It's
is.
never too late.
yeah,
do it,
but
man.
Colonel
the summers it could be high in the kitchen,
It don't
and
matter.
Well,
then
you
get
gotta
used
deal
to
with it.
Yeah, you'll get
Yeah.
used to it. You know what's
Yeah.
gonna
Do it,
make it
man.
better?
Colonel Sanders didn't
So
start
what's-
KFC till 72. Guys.
Like, what's
You
a
got
dish
time.
that you like to make?
There's a few. I mean, it all depends on my mood. I mean, steak,
Yeah.
pasta, simple. I mean,
Would you do like something that's like anything that like
It tastes like
because
alcohol.
It's slowly
one of
getting
my
worse
like
right
staple
now.
dishes
It's
that I
getting
like to make
alcohol.
it's a Hungarian dish. It's called
Okay.
chicken paprikash.
It's just too plain.
Okay.
Almost water
and
with
it's a
little.
fairly simple peasant dish. It's
like
it's
water.
mainly like
Yeah,
chicken and peppers, tomato.
Have you
all
noticed
that
it's just
kind
been
of
getting
stuff.
like
Within like stews,
getting more drunk.
and you make noodles for it. But, like,
that might
see,
be
with
true.
me is I could go to any fridge and see all the ingredients. I could make magic happen with what I have.
You know what you
I
need to
don't- I
do?
don't need to look for something. Okay, I'm gonna make this. I just work
You
what
work
I
with
have.
what you got.
You need to go on Chopped.
Yeah.
I was
That's
just
what
thinking
you
that.
need.
I was just thinking that.
Dude, you would
I feel you on that.
you'd cook, you'd do something you love,
Yeah.
and you would like
Yeah.
fucking win some money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, and
You should
you're
do it.
and you're like you're sprung the ingredients like right then and there. So it's like
dude, it's
All right,
I,
here's-
I bet you would do really.
Here's
well
some
on that
peanut
show.
shavings, radishes,
Yeah,
and chicken.
It's funny
Yeah.
because I love burgers. I love.
oh yes, that's another. I've been
I love
I've been
cookie
tinkering
burgers.
in my
I have a
mind
question.
about a Korean barbecue burger
Oh,
in my brain.
I'd be down for that.
You know,
Like
I've been
a kaibi burger.
no, like I've been like kind of like maybe like doing a mixture of brisket and short rib with like a little bit of fat, doing like a butter lettuce, coming up with like a samjang, like basically like a miso mayonnaise,
Okay,
maybe with a little bit of gochujang.
dude, you need to do that, and we should
Just do it. Just do it.
Man, that's another episode.
I've been working on that in my brain for like the last like at least 3 years.
That's another episode right there.
I know,
I have a
right?
question.
Louis, steal it.
So I don't know if it's just me, but like I love In-N-Out. Like I just love that
I
burger.
hate In-N-Out.
And I swear.
What? Get the fuck
Okay.
out of here!
Okay. See, I can't get that. I used to be like you guys, but I just love it. And I feel like if I go
cheese,
to
right? The cheese. The
Man,
cheese on
4x4,
Now
Get the fuck out of here!
the burgers are okay.
Chop
The fries are
okay, you
fucking
get
dog
animal.
shit.
Oh,
I don't
God,
care
the
about the
fries are
fries.
awful.
I'm not talking about the fries.
I know.
I'm
Who
talking
cares
about the burgers.
In order for me to eat In-N-Out, I have to be either really like starving, hungry.
Oh my
bro,
god. Just stop
I thought we were gonna be best
Or-
friends.
Stop
All right,
talking.
I thought we were gonna be best friends, Val. Val, I thought we were gonna be best friends.
Once a year, I can crave it and be like, all right,
Oh.
some In-N-Out. Dude.
Okay,
I
what do you recommend?
I cook a mean ass burger. I recommend my burger.
No,
too.
I'm saying like Red Robin wise, 1,000 ounces stuff. Because I just feel like
If you were gonna buy a burger,
I'd
If I
rather
was gonna buy a
eat
burger-
In-N-Out than like any of those restaurants for some reason.
I know. I could eat
That's how I
In-N-Out every
feel.
day. I could eat
Exactly.
In-N-Out every day.
I
every
just
day.
think it's the pricing,
Every day.
man. I just
Yeah.
think
What?
you're looking at the price and be like,
it's the
you know
most
what?
affordable burger ever.
Okay,
Exactly.
I could get a 4x4 for $7 still.
See, there you go.
But it's not
You're-
even. But it's not.
You're looking
even,
at the
It's not even the
pricing.
price. It's
You're
look-
hungry
look,
for the
look,
price.
No.
dude.
I am legitimately saying that when I go to Red Robin's, I do not enjoy it as much as I do In-N-Out.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't know why.
I would go for a Korean burger that has like a little bit of brisket, some
Yeah.
butter lettuce.
That does sound good though. It
You know,
does.
I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it.
I like
I'm working
Red Robin
on it.
burgers. I do. I like Red Robin. I do not like Islands. I do
Oh,
not.
Islands is kind of garbage.
Yes,
I never had islands.
dude. Every
Don't-
time me and
don't
my
do
girl go there and we tell them like, well done.
Mhm.
They bring it and it's pink, and I'm like, I always get sick from there. The 4 times that I ate from there, me and my girl, like, we got sick, and we're like, yeah, no, we're not.
Dude, and their honey mustard isn't as good as Red Robin's either.
Yeah. So I do Red Robin. There's a place called Douglas by my house.
Oh yeah, it sounds
I
familiar.
love. I used to go there in high school.
Yeah, Douglas is right by my house, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
eat there.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at?
It's on Vanoa and Winnetka.
Is it by
by the
bowling alley?
bowling alley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
that
across the
place?
street from the
I'm
bowling
not gonna
alley.
lie to you, their fries too.
Dude, it's
yes.
good.
It's good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
good.
so good.
I'll have to
It
try
is.
it.
Yo, you should
You
try
have
it. It's
to.
a little
Let's
hole
try
in the wall.
Yes.
but
Oh,
it's-
those
That
are the
is
best
the
places.
perfect-
Those are the
Yeah.
best places.
Description of it. Yeah.
Like I said, I do not like
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. I do
Ah.
not.
Pick your friends.
I'm not a
I
big
knew I
fan.
liked you, Val.
You know what? It's
know,
not the
I'm not a big
first.
fan.
You're not the first person that said that about Douglas.
Oh.
So
It's
I'm-
really
I'm
good.
curious
It's good,
now.
dude.
Now I'm
Yeah, me
curious.
too. Yeah.
It's really good.
I grew up on that, man.
Trust me,
Yeah.
it's really good. My
Did you
brother
get-
randomly showed me
Huh?
a few years ago,
Did
and
you
I was
get
just like,
serious?
wow, like
Yeah.
this is legitimately amazing.
Yes.
So let's get back to the beer
Okay.
Yeah,
contest.
we're getting off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Off topic real quick, but beer.
About food.
I know, because we all hungry.
What do we think about this last beer?
Oh, hold on.
I'll-
Getting caught up in conversation.
This-
Having.
I'll say this: it's just declining in flavor.
You know
Declining
what-
in flavor.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and this is exactly what it tastes to me.
Okay.
It tastes like Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer?
I get it. I understand you. I understand you.
Okay.
It tastes like I had.
It tastes. There's a lot of. There's a lot of carbonation.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. I feel like I had a stomach ache. I threw a
Dude, I
Alka-Seltzer
can see
in here
that
and
now.
I'm drinking it.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because it's like, well, what you guys give me? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what's that beer?
Yeah, let's.
Did you pour this?
And the reveal.
That's a bush.
You got this.
I didn't respond. I actually really like Bush beer.
It even has
No,
the
I
blue and yellow like in Alka-Seltzer too.
Well, I think the problem is too is like because it's not like super cold.
So do you?
No,
do you
don't,
like?
don't try to justify it, man.
IPA or not, even if it was warm, it was really good.
Now I'm gonna say this because
Are you a Kyle Busch fan?
I'm not a Kyle Busch fan.
Oh, okay, just check.
And plus, this isn't Kyle Busch's sponsor. This is Kevin Harvick's sponsor, by the way. But no, as far as like Anheuser Busch goes, I do like this over Budweiser.
Dang. Sworn enemies, right?
We were friends.
And that's how it happened.
Wow.
Note the time.
How are you gonna like Bush more than Budweiser?
You know what?
This is how
brought the
major
hat.
battles begin.
I brought that hat,
Now I do have Budweiser in the fridge.
dude.
Sorry. Hey,
You know
you're
what?
making up. You're making up.
You should throw away your Bush and just keep the Budweiser.
I think Busch tastes good. I'll admit this is probably not
That's
its
like-
coldest, so it's not at its best.
You are just trying to justify it. You're just trying to.
Yeah, I don't
Defend
know.
Busch.
I like Bush, but it's a different kind.
You guys like nitrogen.
Oh God,
What is it called? Natural.
Natty Light? Fuck
Natty-
that.
Dude, you know what?
Hey, shout out to Josh Correas that he got the Ebola. He's homesick.
Yeah, homesick.
Yeah, he's homesick.
He would have loved this.
Yeah, he would have loved
Hey,
this. But yeah, he's sick. Like
Shout out to Josh because he's the laziest carrier at the post office, and he taught me everything I know.
How many more beers are we having?
The infamous Josh.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna have to eat something to like absorb
How
all
many-
this alcohol.
Right,
to drink.
exactly.
We can do maybe one more.
I could keep going. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I can drink it after.
Dude,
Enjoy the
I'm like
spoils.
so fucking red right now.
Yeah, you are.
Dude, I'm Mexican as hell, man. I just let them keep knocking them back.
Yeah, that's no fair, man.
It's like the energy
Alex,
of the
you were in Japan, so like you've had your tolerance level raised.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it really right now,
Yeah,
but
fuck you.
I am
dude.
enjoying it.
There's this place that we go to all the time. It's called I can't remember. It's Copen Ramen. It's called Copen.
Oh, yeah,
Ramen.
yeah, yeah.
Burbank?
On
there's-
Noen and White Oak.
So-
I mean
Yeah.
Ventura and White Oak.
Ventura. It's in
So I
Encino.
know-
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I know where
about.
that
So
It's not
we
the
go
original.
there so much
Yeah.
that they give me drinks on the house.
Yeah.
Like they already know me. Like I
Wow.
go in there, I'm like, "What's up, Jonathan?" What's up, Cindy? This and that. So they give me drinks on the house, dude. If you guys ever have
Ramen?
I'm not getting paid for this, but if you guys ever want ramen, go there.
No, I know.
And on top of that,
So-
That specific location, I know two of the servers.
oh, who do you know?
Yeah, put him on blast.
Ray
Yeah, put 'em on
and
blast.
Okay. Here's a fun story.
Ray
Not-
and God, what's James? Ray and James.
Ryan James. Did they work? I don't know. What that is.
No. Oh.
Oh,
So-
James, the short guy.
Yeah.
The short stocky guy. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I go to the Burbank location. That's like just where I go. And I don't know if you saw, there's a time where they had like photos of every location.
Yeah.
I was actually on the Burbank one, me and my girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
Because
no
we
way.
go there like 3 times a week, to be honest.
One time I was really drunk in there,
Yeah.
and I was drunk.
Mhm.
So then I tell the manager, I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, can you come here?" They were playing reggaeton. I hate reggaeton. Like I cannot stand it.
It's terrible.
Man, you're just smashing
So-
all sorts of stereotypes.
I'm breaking boundaries here, But I tell him, I'm like, "Excuse me," I was like, "I come here all the time, man." I was like, I was like, I don't like this music. I was like, "Can you put some John Mayer or something?"
John Mayer.
Right, and then they kicked you out, right?
And no, dude. The guy went. The guy.
I'd be like, get out of here. You're not a real Latino.
Next thing you know, I hear banana. What is it called? Banana Blue Pancakes by what's his name? The other guy. Damn, I can't remember his name. And then my girl's like, my cousin. he was like, "Hey man, you assholes! You think just because you go there all the time, they'll change the radio station for you?" And I was like, "Well, they did." But yeah, we go there all the time, man.
So what side of
it is good.
What side of the road is that on?
So if
on the
you're
north side.
if you're going up on White Oak, you make a left on Ventura, and then
It's on the
your
north side
left-hand
of Ventura.
Wait, it's called the Spa,
yeah,
right?
it's
No,
around
it's
like
by the Spa Hookah Lounge.
No.
No,
It's
that's
on
further
that
down.
Oh,
There used to be a place called Prohibition right across the street from it.
Okay.
It made really good burgers. Their fries were so good. Their
talking
drinks
about burgers?
were crap. Their drinks were like, one time I ordered a Russian coffee drink, and it was like literally coffee with vodka in it. I don't know what the hell it was, but it got me really messed up. And my homie ordered a different drink. It came in a pink, like long cup that was like, it looked like a Sprite that was in there. And dude, we both got so hammered. You know, it had a B rating though, so I think it got
It
shut
wasn't.
down.
B is just for better tasting.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta make the best of it. You know, but it was really good. It was really good. Yeah.
It wasn't a flat Mountain Dew.
Again, it's just descriptive. It's not a negative or a positive. Just
You're not gonna get the end of that.
This tastes kind of like woody
I
to
stopped.
me.
I like this beer.
You know what? You know what this beer?
I'd have to taste it again because I totally forgot what that tastes like.
You know what this beer would go well with? Nature.
Nature?
Yeah,
This-
if you're like
I
on
have
a
a feeling.
hike,
I have a feeling I know exactly which
It's
beer
so
this
funny.
is. This tastes like my favorite beer.
Right?
This
It
tastes
tastes
like
like
Rolling
Oakies.
That's
Rock.
probably why. So
it tastes oaky,
whenever I
right?
went backpacking or anything like
Uh-huh.
that, you always got to take. If you're backpacking, take a little bottle with you. Stay warm at night. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right,
Okay.
right. It tastes like you're outdoors. You could knock back a couple of those right there and
Yeah.
sit by the fireplace.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to care that much.
This-
But that's what I'm saying. Any
Like I said,
little bottle.
this tastes very similar to my favorite beer, Rolling Rock.
Oh.
All right, you cut off, man.
It's like
So
the third
which
time.
one was that? Which one was that one?
And it was Rolling Rock.
Yeah. All right, now I know when I go camping, I know what I'm taking.
Yeah, there you go.
Rolling Rock.
Now,
yeah,
have you
sit by
seen
the
like
fire.
some of the advertising campaign
Yeah,
that they have?
promotional
No, I
The-
don't.
oh, dude, you should follow them on Facebook. They have a great advertising campaign, and it's just because they know like what they are. They know they're a cheap beer, so
Yeah.
Well,
it's
I
just-
mean, like I said, I mean, it's just it feels so oaky. It feels like
I wouldn't
so
say cheap,
neutral.
affordable.
affordable. Yeah, I'll
Pick
be
your
honest.
terms, man.
Like I said, this is my personal favorite. We drink this all the time on this podcast. If you've seen the gaming channel I do, this is the drink. And yeah,
Don't listen to Robert. Drink Budweiser.
this is better than Budweiser. I'm sorry.
I highly doubt that.
To each their own. That's all.
All right, let's try this last one that we got going on.
There's still more after this.
Well, I didn't say we had to stop drinking. I'm just saying this is the last of the blind beer taste test.
Oh, okay.
Behind the scenes, exactly. Behind the scenes.
This tastes really light.
It does.
I can't even taste it.
Telling you.
No, I mean,
I can't
out of
tell
all the
that.
beers,
I can't tell if because I'm drunk or is because
No, out of all the beers, I really can't taste it.
So this is not Pabst. I know that.
This is really, really light.
it has a bitterness
Like,
to it.
yeah, I like light beers too.
This is. I'm actually curious what this is. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not what I would. Because it's not Coors. It's not Pabst. It's not because we've definitely degraded in like
In taste.
in beers.
This tastes really, really light. Like it's really.
But it's not bad. It's.
No,
I think it tastes good.
It's enjoyable. If you want to
Yeah.
just
Yeah, this is the beer I could
sit
chug.
back. Yeah.
You know what this
Yeah.
beer is?
Uh,
Baby shower beer.
Baby shower.
Baby
What
shower
does that
beer?
shower
Where you
beer.
could just
What does that mean?
knock them
Do you,
back.
do you go to
okay.
a lot of baby showers now?
Just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean I go to a baby shower, all right?
Well, you brought up baby showers for fuck's sake.
Baby showers and quinceañeras.
Yes. Doesn't it? It tastes like a tecate that you drink at a quinceañera.
Actually, no, this is better than Tecate.
This is
This is the kind of beer I wouldn't.
Orale, fool.
This is what you don't like.
No, I wouldn't drink this.
right. Yeah, it's very, very, very light. Like very light.
Yeah,
and
like
cold.
natural light.
Yeah,
Shout out
exactly.
to Josh
No,
again.
it's not even.
It
Naughty
does
light.
taste a little natty daddy. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. What is
It's a
this?
Keystone.
And now I'm curious.
All right. And the reveal.
Oh, this
North,
is
North Coast.
another North Coast
Wow.
because I bought this today too.
There were
So what's the percentage on that?
Let us
So
down.
this-
Let us down.
Two
You were
good
doing
ones.
good.
I know, you're on a roll, North Coast,
Yeah,
Renee.
they were on a roll, but
Yeah, what's the percentage on that?
2.5.
2.5 feels like it, right? Yeah.
Same.
I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, it doesn't say on the bottle.
I'd be a little embarrassed about it too.
I'm not seeing it. I'll have to look on the packaging, but yeah, this is one that I bought because I hadn't tried this one. The Scrimshaw. It's a Pilsner style beer.
Ah.
it's okay.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's why it. That's why it reminded me kind of of Budweiser.
Yeah.
Pills.
Pills.
I think you were just staring at my hat. That's all it was.
Yeah. I know you incepted my mind.
And,
That was
they're connected,
another conspiracy.
I know another conspiracy. I'm telling you, it's a string theory, man.
now, see,
Right, we did shake hands.
We did.
Well, now I'll say that like I actually kind of like this. This is not bad as far as if you're just looking for something very light. And based off of like what they're telling us, it's water, malted barley, hops, yeast, and that's all. Like literally, that's what it says.
So ingredients for beer.
That's
Yeah.
literally what it is.
So yeah, not bad. I like it. It was brewed in Fort Bragg. So yeah, there's that. It is of the North Coast beers that we've had because we had quite a few. They had a lot. They have a lot of.
Yeah, they have a
variety, by the
huge
way.
selection.
This is definitely the if you're looking just for something very light and kind of like weak based off of everything from North Coast, you might like this. I think some of the other ones that they did were better, but not bad.
Yep. Not bad at all.
All right, so we went through, let's see, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beers. We went through 12 different beers.
12?
Wow.
Wow, that's more than.
Yeah, I feel super messed up.
I'm good.
But what was a high percentage beer?
Yeah, what was
I think
the
it
highest
It was my,
9%.
favorite. I think was the 9%.
9%.
I have a feeling this was the highest percentage.
Oh,
This
the
was the
Allagash.
9%, the Allagash.
So
hold on.
it's funny you
I
say
think
that.
9% was the highest, right?
We got the same
Yeah,
beer.
I think it was that one.
It was this
Oh, the
one.
rest-
This
yeah.
was 9%.
That one.
The Rasputin.
So, okay, so
9.5?
we have a couple of 9%.
Right?
Yeah, this is 9% too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think with two of these, I'm good.
these were our highest percentages.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to get like fucked up fast,
Mhm.
these are the ones you want to drink.
So usually when I drink IPA 3 or 4, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So like
Definitely gotta.
Louis was saying.
So of the
low-
so
less is
This is
better.
my favorite.
this is your favorite.
That's my
The
favorite.
Rasputin.
So you like the also by North Coast, by the way.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
Old Rasputin.
That's good.
Rasputin.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
like that
you're old
Yes,
Rasputin guy.
I
You
am.
love that one.
I did.
I
like
love that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Andy, what was the one that you
Bell
liked the
knows where
most?
it's at.
Or maybe if you can't choose the best one, what one were you most surprised by?
What I was most surprised by.
Alka-Seltzer.
So we have,
That was surprising.
Flat Mountain Dew.
so we
Flat Mountain Dew.
Yes, there you go.
so we have the,
I think
no,
his heart broke right there.
The cranberry one. I was
You like the
surprised. I was
cran-
surprised by that
cranberry
one.
too.
The cranberry one was.
that was also by North Coast.
Yeah.
North Coast was well
Dude,
represented.
yeah, they
today.
are holding it down.
Yeah.
That's
North
true.
Coast is
They
North
have-
Coast. You are holding it down, and we will shill your stuff any day.
They have
Yeah, this
variety.
actually I have to agree. This
But
this
before
one
that,
really
we-
surprised me.
Before that, we need sponsorship. Yeah, we
North
can't
Coast.
promote without
Next
sponsorship.
time we
Hey.
right.
need.
Hey, and
Any
because
beer?
it is 4th of July, so
Yeah.
product of the USA, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
USA,
Yeah, USA,
USA.
Hey,
But,
you know what? You know what? Speaking of USA,
Yes.
I just
Let's hear it.
like to say that I'm glad that we're in this melting pot of different cultures and different foods, because it's like
This is America.
I
This is
said,
America.
This is America. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
so fuck you, Childish Gambino. This is America.
you know, like we have such a huge variety of different foods, different cultures, different
Yes.
beliefs. I love that shit because
So-
if I didn't have that, I'd be so damn bored. You got to think about that, man.
So
It's
what some people like saying, in the morning you could have Italian, in the evening you could have Mexican, in the afternoon you could have Indian, and it's all in one.
yeah, you can
place.
have anything you want.
You
here.
go to different countries, which I love going, traveling and whatnot.
Exactly.
You can't have that.
Think about it.
The
It's like
best of all worlds. The best
it's
of
like
all worlds.
it's like when
Yeah.
you go to like when I go to Mexico, it's just you get that Mexican food,
Oh, of course.
and
Yeah.
that's all you eat.
Yes.
You know, but you can come here,
Oh, yeah.
eat Indian food, Japanese food,
Definitely.
Korean food, and it's like 4th of July. I feel like that's what it's all about. It's like celebrating the fact that like people kind of see as like 4th of July as like, oh, it's a white thing, and it's like, no, it's an American
It's an American thing.
If you're American, you were born here and you appreciate everything that is around you, and you look to different cultures and you look to different ways of life. That is America, like that's why I appreciate every day, being here, you know what I mean? And, like they say, God bless America, man. You know what I mean? Like,
That's probably one of the best descriptions that I've heard, man. That's what it's about. It's we have an opportunity. We're very lucky that we live in a country that we're able to express ourselves, to enjoy, like you say, a variety of cultures and experiences, without being, chastised. We have a lot of people bitching and complaining and this and that and the other, but you know what? It's like, you don't get that opportunity to bitch and complain and do whatever in any other country, So I think people just need to be more appreciative of the freedoms that they do have
rather
here.
Yes.
When I hear people like, oh, this and that and the other, fuck this place, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, okay, fine. Then go to this country or go to that country and see how much freedom you have. You would never be able to express yourself the way you do here.
And it's funny because I've talked to Robert about this, and I'm like, I love Mexican culture. I love, all that stuff. I do love it, but I do also hate the fact when like some of Latinos are like, oh, like, fuck this place. And I'm like, dude, like, do you know how people are living in Mexico? Like, you're saying fuck this place when
there's like millions of people trying to come over
here. And it's like I said, it's such a huge melting pot that like people need to appreciate that. Just because you go and visit Mexico for a week or a month,
I'm good.
People are like, people are like, oh yeah, Mexico, raza, this and that, and I'm like, okay, you visited for a week or a month. Imagine living there. You have U.S. money that you take there, and the currency that we have in exchange for theirs is so much more. My cousin lived out there. He was a U.S. citizen. He was running from the law because he was, But he lived out there in Mexico. He was making $50 a week.
Okay.
Yeah, $50 a week, and that's kind of like after being there for 6-7 months or something like that. He came back because he was like, I can't do it. You can't. And like people need to appreciate the culture and the variety of foods. Religions. You can be anything you want in this great country. And I hate when people say,
I think it's just we take the freedoms for granted.
Oh, we do.
And it's like if and the people that say like, oh, America is like such a horrible place and is founded on racism and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like if America is that bad, why are millions of people trying to get in here? Why are millions of people crossing the border illegally? If it's such a horrible place, then why are people literally dying to get here?
I mean, it may not be, there's obviously, this isn't, nothing's perfect.
Right. Nothing's perfect.
It's just,
but it's better than most.
The country has its issues and its problems, and we see it, we deal with it every day. But on the other side, though, it's like we should feel, again, fortunate and appreciate the fact that we can still have the freedoms that we do have that a lot of people don't have in other just around the world.
That's why I talked to Robert that one time. Remember, I don't know about how it is with you guys, but like when my dad took us out of South Central, my family that was still living there, they kind of neglected me in a way where they were like, "Oh, you're whitewashed. You live in the valley. You're whitewashed. like that's it. You live in the valley. Like you're whitewashed." Because my dad was showing us different things. My dad was like, "Yo, try new foods. Try something new. Try this. Try that." And when I would try it, and I would tell my cousins, they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's just whitewashed. Like that's all it is." And I'm like, no, man, you guys got to try something. Get out of your neighborhoods, But people can't even go a block because, I'm repping this, or, I'm from this street. You know what I mean? And I told Robert, I'm like, in my family, a lot of my family members, from my mom's side, they kind of saw me as like, oh, like, you're from the valley, or
you're some sort of traitor or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you like Japanese food? Like, ew, that's nasty, And it's like, what the hell, have you ever tried it?
Tried it?
Like, I don't know if it's like that for you guys, because coming from, and then like, when you guys were surprised, like, oh, you hate soccer? Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
That's cool. I don't speak Spanish, so.
There you go. And
I'll
like,
leave it at that.
Like I said, like, I've tried different things. I've tried different cultures. I've heard different beliefs, and to me, I love that. I love that we're in an area where so many people can come, and just share their things. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
because like I said, I get bored easy. Imagine eating rice and beans every day. Hell no, man. I can't imagine that. I can't.
I can, because there's an Asian version of rice and beans.
No,
It's rice and kimchi.
Or it's rice and tofu.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
It's rice and tofu.
You get tired of it.
But I mean, I think one of the greatest things about America is that you can be Mexican, you can be Korean, you can be Japanese, you can be whatever. But as long as you adopt the as long as you adopt the values of Americans, like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all this, then you're an American.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like there's no one saying that you can't do the things that you used to do in Mexico. But it's like as long as you say like, hey, if shit goes down, I'm repping America.
Yeah,
and that's
that's how it is.
Right, and that's all that is. That's all that's required.
Yeah.
And it's like the very minimal thing that you can do, and that automatically makes you an American.
Yeah.
We're the only country in history that is not based off of a race or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not based off bloodline. It's based off a creed, based off an idea, ideals, values. The most unique country in the entire history of mankind.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we're the number one country of obesity and diabetes.
There you go.
That's America. Right there.
Hey, but you know what? That shows how good we eat, man.
I know, right?
Our poor people are fat.
I know, our poor people are fat and need insulin.
But you know what? Fat people used to be the wealthiest.
Yeah.
The fat people used to be the wealthiest.
What are you gonna say, Alex?
I was just gonna say, we do eat a lot, but we have the most beautiful people here in the world too. Because I went to Japan and they just weren't my type, like at all. It just, I don't know what it was. It just, they're very petite, whatever. Yeah. And I was just used to American culture, which is,
that's fine.
Yeah,
we eat a lot more, and that's
you appreciate U.S. outside of
you
US.
Appreciate you appreciate
where else,
especially the junk food. Just saying, we have the best junk food.
Where else can you go and walk down the street and see a Korean place, a Japanese place, a Filipino place, a Mexican place, and a Cambodia?
Yeah, all in the same block.
Yeah,
and like a Polish place. And it's all in the same block.
Sometimes I'm like, shoot, I want Cuban food. Or sometimes I'm like, you know what? What's it called? Jamaican food sounds good.
Get some jerk chicken.
You know what I mean? Like, where else can you go and find that? You know, like you can't go to another country
or state.
And
I'm just saying that.
Let's just be real.
California.
You know, and it's funny because like when you think this way and when you adapt, when you open up yourself to different kind of cultures and you say like I'm American, like that's what I am. People of your own race will look at you and be like, "Oh, dude, you're a disgrace.
Sellout, traitor.
You know, you're this, you're that." But I'm like, I'm not that. I just appreciate everything that this country has for us, you know. And like that's why I do get a little bugged when like I see like Mexican things on Instagram or about, you know, the country. It's not about Donald Trump himself. It's about the country. You know what I mean? Like it's about it's about my country.
Right. Presidents come and go, but the country is always going to be here.
Yeah, it's always going to be here. And to me, like that's what kind of gets on my nerves. It's like I'm like, we live here. You have the freedom. You have your ability to do whatever you want. You know, you can go from rags to riches here. You can do anything. The possibilities are endless. You know, and when I hear people just like, oh, like fuck USA, you know, and like fuck this, I'm like, well, fuck you too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just when you start thinking outside the box and when you start thinking outside of cultures and, you know, when you just adapt to everything and take everything in, I think it's a beautiful thing, you know? And that's why I love living here, you know? Like, you know, and I know this special is about 4th of July, you know, and that's why, you know, I'd like to share my thoughts on that.
So maybe the challenge is for the people out there who say, you know, fuck USA, fuck this, fuck that. What are you doing to make it a better place to live?
Exactly.
You know, take all that energy, that pent up energy, and quit being such negative assholes.
Yeah.
You know, and like do something that's positive. You know, do something that helps everybody.
Right.
It doesn't matter, you know, what race, religion, or whatever you are. Who gives a shit? You know, we're all people. We all, you know, live in this country. Let's, you know, do something positive for, you know, to make positive things in this world instead of bitching about it.
Yeah, it takes little effort to point out the flaws, but it takes a great effort to, you know, fix them.
Yeah.
Or to make the
practice
change.
what you preach. You want to bitch and say fuck USA? Well, come on, do something about it.
Exactly.
You know, and if you don't want to do anything about it, then you're just a lazy asshole. You know, then fuck you, get out.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like it, get out. You know, go live in freaking, you know, Siberia.
You know, and it's funny because like, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel on.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of curious about like, you know, the only two people, you know, that served our country, you know, in the military. So like, I mean, what like
I am curious of like how
so
you.
what are your thoughts?
I was just gonna say this: you don't know your freedoms until they're taken away.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, because if you really think about it, like, you know, with Alex and myself, you know, when you serve, like, honestly, like, we don't necessarily really have a lot of freedom, you know, as military members.
As you think we do.
We're defending those things, but there's not a lot of freedom in it. There's a lot of, you know, we have to be, you know, doing certain things at a certain time, and doing it a certain way, and if we go against that, you know, you get thrown in the brig, or you get, you know, or you get chastised. It's not good. You were off in some foreign land fighting something, and it's just we don't have the freedoms that you guys get to have. But but it's a sacrifice that we're willing to make.
That's it.
Because we believe in the American ideal, the creed, you know, kind of, it's like we're it's not about a race or anything like that. It's about the idea, and we want to help not only, you know, protect your guys' freedoms, but, you know, to protect the, you know, the liberty and freedom of people that we're fighting to defend, you know, either overseas or at home.
Yeah, well put.
And
it's about and that's it. It's your sacrifices that have given us what a lot of people take for granted.
Yeah.
You know, So again, for those of you out there, if you see somebody who's serving in the military,
Beat 'em up. Oh.
Don't beat them up because they could probably kick your ass.
Shake their hands,
shake
pay for their meals.
Thank them. Just say, you know what? It's like, thanks, man. Thanks for doing what you do, so that I can live the life that I want to live, and I have the freedom to be able to choose how I want to live my life.
Yeah. You ever encounter a veteran, out on the streets? Shake their hand, say thank you, pay for their meal, buy them a drink.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Luis?
He likes that I'm back at work. Yeah, he's very happy.
Well, I'm just saying,
I'm very appreciative of people who serve.
Besides the people that serve, like, how do you feel about your country? Like, how do you feel about it?
I mean, everybody's gonna have different opinions, and that's okay. I mean, not everybody has to agree.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, as long as we all get along, I mean, shoot, that's all that matters. Everybody has different beliefs. Everybody have different religions, and that's okay. I mean, that's what makes America,
great.
America. Yeah, great too.
Yeah. And hopefully, we'll get to a point where people won't be, shoving their personal agendas down everybody else's throat.
Yeah.
But we can actually live in a place where people are accepting to whatever whatever makes America America.
No, of course, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I love this place. Like, that's why I love this country. Like, and like I've told you, from like, I've heard it from Mexicans, like, oh, you're like, fuck you, dude, like, you're whitewashed Mexican. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, how? I just appreciate the culture and like everything that's around us. Everything. It's good to have culture.
Yeah.
And I really do like that, because you can try and taste different things, Yeah. And like, if we never tried Japanese food, like, maybe you wouldn't have want to go to Japan, If you never tried Korean food, maybe you're like, I want to go to Korea, Like, what do they have over there, But it's so good that we can taste, we can see how they are like, we can see the traditions, and it's just this huge melting pot, and I feel like the people that say like, oh, like fuck America, it's like, dude, you're so ignorant. Like, your ignorance shows that you're saying like, fuck your freedom, but I know damn well you would never live in the country that you're from. Right. Because I know for damn sure I would not live in Mexico. I lived there for 3 months, and I booked a plane ticket back real quick. My Spanish is horrible. I look like an idiot, so I was like, nah, can't live.
Yeah, I think like the saying that America is a country of immigrants. I think that's wrong. I think it's America is a country of badasses.
Yeah.
Because my parents came from Korea. They didn't speak the language. They barely had a cent to their name, but they carved out something for themselves, and they carved out something for myself and my sisters. And so and I think that's the tale of all the people who come here, and like they actually make something for themselves. And it's not just that you're an immigrant, you're a badass. You have to be a badass to come here and make it for yourself.
Yeah, totally. My grandparents, on both of my mother and father's side, my mother's side, they came from Poland because of the oppression that was happening to them in Poland, and on my father's side from Hungary. And they had to go through Ellis Island in New York. And they had nothing, and they had to build something from nothing.
Badasses. They were badasses.
They had to be badasses to
make it.
So I appreciate them, for what they did, so that I have the life that I have now. And that was just my grandparents.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, people come here all the time, and people say like, oh, it was founded on immigrants. You have to realize that a lot of good that has happened was because of divide and conquer. Like it has to happen. If we didn't come here and like conquered, back in the day, we wouldn't be in the positions that we're at now. Imagine just living in Europe.
Right.
Just
Yeah, and I think what you're trying to get at is like the kind of like this idea of chronological
Kinda like-
snobbery.
yeah.
Whereas like you take today's values and to try to put it on people from the past. It's like, well, how do you think, back in the day, that's how countries were made. You
Yeah.
came and you came and conquered.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, not saying that it's the best of ways, but it was the way that it was done.
Yeah. It isn't the best way, and
And now you're saying that, like, let's take America and it's like, oh, are you saying that you want to give back you basically want to give back the land to the Indians?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're more than welcome. I mean, if you want to do that for yourself, then go ahead and do it, but don't demand it from another person.
Yes, exactly.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah, because from troubled times comes good sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realize that, like, if Americans never came here, we wouldn't be in the position that we're at now.
Right.
We wouldn't have been. I mean, we wouldn't have been. There's so much culture here that we wouldn't have been here. And as sad as to say, yes, there was the slaughter of many millions of people. There was the rape of people. There was a lot of things that was wrong, but you have to look at it now in today's standards, like today, look around you, and
That's every country, though.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like you have to look around you,
Right.
Yeah,
and it goes to that idea of chronological snobbery, where it's like, where they think the Native Americans, they're all like, lovey-dovey and just hugging on each other. Well, they were massacring each other and enslaving, each other. So it's not like, they were all like, hippies and living, peacefully amongst each other before the white man came. It's like, no, they were warring on each other. They were conquering each other, well before, the evil white man came.
Yeah, and if you look back at history, one thing that does bother me is like when Latinos say like, oh, America, it's because of the white man, this and that. Look at Mexico's history. Cortez came and conquered the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, any Native American that was there. Mexicans are product of Spaniards having babies with Native Americans. That's what Mexicans
and
are.
actually, they were, and the Spaniards were more open to interbreeding than the English or like the Dutch.
And that's basically what Mexicans are. And that's why when I hear people saying stuff, I'm like, dude, like, know your history. Don't blame white folks for it. What about the Spaniards? The Spaniards came here and did the same damn thing to Mexico, El Salvador, all those stuff. Like, my great grandma was Spaniard. She had blue eyes. She was light skinned. And my great grandfather, he was straight up Native American. Like, he wore, leather.
Yeah, the moccasins.
He wore all that. They connected. They had us. And like I said, it's just people need to realize that. I know as sad as it seems, and as bad as it looks, it's still good that comes out. It's what you do today. And what good you do today that will, determine the outcome, and that's why people need to like see that and be able to like understand that, rather than being like, oh, like, fuck this country, fuck this.
I feel like a lot of people are now that they're getting educated.
Yeah, that's the great thing.
A lot of the older folks that
where it's like, don't be,
or like, a lot of like the older generation, they kind of sit on their laurels, like, oh, look what we did, and why can't you do the same? It's like, well, you kind of fucked us over a little bit. And you didn't exactly hand off like the best possible future for us. Smothering us with massive like debt and things like that. It's like, but I think the test for our generation will be like us getting over that, and overcoming all of that, all the crap that the previous generation left us.
Yes, I think that's one big factor too, that we have to like accept the fact that things have happened. Things have had happen. To every every race and culture that's here in America, we have gone through like a hellhole. But the future is bright, it's the possibilities are endless. There's just so many things that we can do. But if you keep your mind closed and it's like, no, I only have to do this for my race, then it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's why I try to stay open to everything.
You gotta definitely stay open with the UFOs too. Back to the UFO.
Way to bring it back, Luis.
If you see a bright blue light in your room, dude, you're getting abducted.
Right? We gotta, invite the UFOs too. Shoot.
You know what's weird? Some guy, when I told him that story, he told me, he's like, if that happens again, invite him in. And I was like, dude, who the hell am I gonna invite in? Who?
The Blue Man Group.
Yeah,
right? You still got to figure what happened to that lost time, man.
You're 3 hours. You're gonna find out where that went.
3 hours, dude. And I'm afraid, like, I don't want a finger in my ass. Let me check you out. Let me see if there's anything out there.
You know what happened. That's it.
It was the best 3 hours of my life.
Yeah, ever since then, I was not constipated.
He became a free man.
All right. Well, so to close the episode out, so Andy, you were the you were surprised by this, right?
Yeah, that was the one I was surprised.
So that was yours. You were Lanes. You were the old Rasputin guy, right?
Rasputin, dude.
Val, what were the one that
Rasputin.
You were Rasputin guy
Rasputin.
too?
Oh,
All
right.
Okay. Alex, what did you like?
I'm all for IPAs.
You're any of the IPAs?
Any of the IPAs.
I love it.
Okay.
Luis, I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm on board with that one. Yeah.
The Rasputin, really?
Right on.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Rasputin?
IPAs.
Okay.
The one that I was really surprised by was I really like this one, the
Sierra
Sierra Nevada Keller Weiss. I thought that was pretty good. Overall, outside of this one, they weren't bad.
You know what though? I am gonna say this. I do love the Rasputin. I would drink that as a daily. But if I was camping, that Bush.
The Bush?
Yeah, if I was camping and if I was outdoor or hiking,
Some Alka-Seltzer.
I would knock that back.
On the rocks.
A nice cold one sounds like it'd be good.
All right, we can be friends again.
I'll give you that one.
All right. Yeah, no, this is great. I'm so glad that all of you guys came. I know it was kind of a logistical nightmare. I know Andy's not going to be happy editing this, but
not at all. I hate you fucking so much right now.
yeah. But no, I'm really thankful that all you guys came out for this 4th of July special. It was fun, enjoying some beers, conversation, everything we do. Let's also give a shout out to your girlfriend Alex, who was our
man.
Who was our official Stein maiden?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stein maiden.
Yeah, she was awesome. She helped us out. I'm very thankful for all that. So, and it was kind of nice having someone that an outsider do the beer pouring for us. So
Yeah, I know.
made it a nice surprise.
Cool.
Yeah. So want to give a thanks to her. And before we end, for our guests, where can we reach you? So we'll start with Lanes there. Where are some places that we can reach you and buy merch or whatever, all that good stuff?
Well, of course, laneslair.com. You can look for Lanes Lair on Instagram, Lanes Lair on Facebook, Twitter, social media things. So, check it out.
All right. Val, is there any way that people can reach you?
Yes, you can go to Mason_Val_Arte. I'm an artist. I like what's it called, lettering. I do
nice.
script and stuff. I do tattoos sometimes here and there.
Wait, what? You do tattoos?
You fucking do everything, dude.
I know a true Renaissance man.
I told you I get bored easy, so I just try new things.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're Mexican?
After that, he became an alien.
You know what? After those 3 hours, I think I was straight certified alien, dude.
Yeah.
But I like to do a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's my Instagram. Yeah, Mason underscore Val underscore Arte. That's my Instagram. I have a lot of pictures of script art in there because I love lettering, old penmanship as well. So
Some calligraphy too.
Yeah, calligraphy, old penmanship, all that stuff. I love that. So yeah, that's how people.
You really are a Renaissance man, dude.
Yeah,
I'm learning so much about you today. It's ridiculous. Alex, how can people reach you?
Just come to the post office.
I know, just drop off a letter.
Fridays, Saturdays, that's when I work. And I just like talking to people. So.
All right. Luis, how can people reach you again?
Well, like Alex said, you can reach me at the Chatsworth post office. My days off on Friday, so all the honeys, they can come at the Chatsworth post office. You can Google it. And Instagram, L_Cruz831.
I like his confidence.
Yeah.
Not so good looking, but I like his confidence.
You would be surprised at how many all the pretty women come up to oh, Luis, oh, you're so nice. Like, you went to South Africa, that was so cool. Yeah, it's like every fucking day. It's ridiculous.
Proud to you, Luis. Proud to you.
All right, well, that's the episode. Happy 4th of July. Yeah. Celebrate your independence. Drink some beer. Have some fun.
Oh, and by the way, Budweiser is not the king of beers.
Definitely not.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
I beg to differ.
It says it right on the fucking bottle.
I know, right?
Beers, right?
King of beers.
It
right
says
there.
it on the bottle, so it's true.
Just like Rolling Rock says premium beer is right on the label.
Wait, I thought it said Alka-Seltzer.
Anyways.
You can't take a man's word that's never tried beer before. So.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But happy 4th of July. Celebrate your independence. Drink some beer. Watch the fireworks. Wave the flag. Do all that good stuff. Tell those Redcoats to go fuck off. All that good stuff. Thank you to all our guests. We had Lane's Lair, Luis Cruz, Alex, Val, Andy, myself. I'm so happy, and for Alex's girlfriend for helping us out. If you want to reach us on our social media platforms, we have Twitter is at podcastcoj. Our Instagram is Circle of Jerks Podcast. If you're looking for more content, we have a whole library of other stuff on this for this show. If you want to watch us live Tuesdays, nocturnal transmissions at 8 o'clock-ish. And if you'd like old games, we have a series of a library of stuff on Up by Up Down, which will be returning at some point. I'm looking for this year to return on that. And yeah, go ahead and follow us. Follow these great people. And try some new beer.
Yes.
And with that said, you guys have a great 4th of July, and we'll see you next time.
God bless America.
Raw.
Deuces.
Raw is right.
Yeah.